Hello, everybody.
Hello. You know, I keep expecting a weather forecast every time you do that. Do you know why?
Why?
You got Channel 9 on New York on cable, right?
Yes, I
It
did.
wasn't just Mets games and bad Godzilla movies. There was a weather guy by the name of Lloyd Lindsay Young.
Yes, Lloyd
Lindsay
Lindsay
Young. And so
Young.
he
I
goes,
remember that.
hello, Secaucus. Or did you shout out to whatever towns if they were, if there was a new town that joined the system? Hello, liberal Kansas. I don't have your weather. So that's what I keep expecting when you do that is to hear the weather.
The weather outside today was frightful.
Yeah, did the lawnmowers in my stream actually make it onto the audio?
Oh my God, that was too funny. When you said you're gonna hear it stereo sound briefly because Uncle Al hit the wrong effing button.
Okay.
I paused the thing I'm looking at, so let me actually refresh that again. But yeah, it was funny. Whoa, that went bad. What happened there? Are we still on air?
Yeah, you're fine. It's just echoing in your ear.
Oh.
Or everyone else's.
You know, I have to say I do have a sexy voice. I'm just saying. You know, everyone in the chat knows I have a sexy voice. You know what? I might start my own phone conversation hugging channel radio.
1-900 chat with Al?
One. No, we can't say Al. It's got to be secretive. It's got to be secretive. It's got to be like one
chat with Andre.
1-900 chat with Alan. Yeah. I think that would, yeah.
So press 2 for Ronaldo and press 3 for the Devonshire or something like that?
Yeah, it'd be like, do you want to talk sexy military gaming? Press 3 for Devin now. Do you want to talk sports sims? Press 4 for Uncle Ron. And do you just want all in all crazy shit? Press 5. I don't know where that came out of.
Do you remember when you had to? I mean, I got in trouble for this in high school. Do you, not for a 900 number, but do you remember when back in the day before ESPN and stuff, you needed to call a number to get scores?
Yep.
And so there was a number in the back of one of those football books that would give you the scores, but you had to give, football picks. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And you had to sit through a pitch for odds, whatever odds of the games are. And so I'm calling this legit 800 number. It's not charging because I got in trouble for the 900 numbers at one point.
Yeah.
And so going for there.
I was just calling for some sports betting advice. Next thing I know, they wanted to do some stuff to me. I just was listening.
They wanted to know what I was wearing, and I told them it was a T-shirt and sweatpants, and they hung up on me. But so I'm waiting to get the scores because it was Sunday, and we must have gotten early. Something was going on, and I couldn't get scores. And
Ron had a bet on the game. Ron's like, I need to know the goddamn score.
So apparently, the point is that some bookie answered, you want the scores? I'll tell you the scores. And here, 15, 16-year-old was, I want the scores. I don't care.
Kid, you got your mom's credit card.
Just tell me who won.
Yeah. I remember there was that. I remember that you could call and get the scores. That was funny. Like, again, this is before internet, at least in our area and stuff. And you would call I know exactly what he's talking about. Cause I remember we were like, I wonder if we won on the football card, and we're waiting for the goddamn scores. There's no ESPN. Like, my friend, and we're like, we're like 13 years old, and we're like, call that number. And I'm like, you better call the right number. Don't call that other number. So, but yeah, I know what he's talking about.
Bookie.
I'll tell you something really funny. I was working for a supermarket chain in the real estate department, right? And I was in charge of 2 roofs that we had to inherit because they sucked. And they put them up under poor weather conditions, but we told the company I worked for, told the roofer to do it. And the roofing company personally guaranteed the roofs, right? But we had to call for something else to see. He goes, try to go through the manufacturer. So I call, I dial the number, and it's, hey, how you doing? Do you like guys? I'm like, what? So I hang up the phone, like, shit, I dialed the wrong number, right? So I go, hey, how you doing? I'm like, what how do I do this twice? So now I get my boss. I go, listen, dial this number. He goes, why? I go, just dial the number, right? And he dials it, and it's, hey, what are you doing? What are you wearing? He's like, what the hell number is that? I go, it's a freaking warranty number. And so I had to go down and tell IT, right? Because they monitored everything. Listen, I called a number. It's not what you think.
Multiple times
Because I wasn't finished. But I went down there and I was very lucky. The person who ran IT was my cousin.
Oh, I thought it was your monkey.
So he was a VP there, and he had a huge laugh, right? And he goes, "Get the hell out of here!" I'm telling you, man. Call the number, and he calls the number, and he let it play a bit, and we're laughing our asses off. Like everyone's calling the number throughout work now. And they're like, "Yeah, it's a roofing manufacturing company." It's not a roofing manufacturing. It's like it, and so, but it was the number they inverted, right? You know what I mean? Like in the paperwork. In the warranty, they put the wrong number. Because then I looked it up, like, and we got the right number. But yeah, be careful what you dial, folks.
So was the former grocery store Grand Union or an A&P? Because the Grand Union was
we bought some A&Ps when they went out of business.
It's a local, notoriously cheap.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when I say we, I worked there. I didn't personally.
Yeah, I know it wasn't you, but
I'm not rich, so I'm just saying. Anyway, first, let's go to the chat, and then let's introduce ourselves because I forgot to do that.
Oh, like no one knows who
I was singing. Too sexy for my voice. Too sexy for my voice. Uncle Ron's too sexy. Yeah. Devin. Yeah. Okay, enough of that creepy shit.
I wonder what else cataract surgery is.
No, you just got to drink heavily. That's all. So we have in the chat, Imagination Realm. It's your imagination, top of the nation. Dun, dun, dun. I just made up a song. I put some turtles into it.
So can you claim your own copyright? Can you get a YouTube strike against yourself?
I've done things to myself. Yes, I in the privacy of my own home. Yes, I've done. What are we talking about here? Wait,
YouTube.
YouTube. I thought that was some sort of. Never mind.
It wasn't code, Al.
I thought it was code.
Articles.
So
magazine articles.
I've looked at some magazines before and done things to myself. Yeah, I have. Yeah. Okay, so we have baseball demos in the chat. It's because Devin's back, and I'm so happy. So happy together.
Dave, Mr. Demos is going to be on the Ron Juckett Show Thursday night.
I don't get invited back to the Ron Juckett Show.
Yeah, we're just spending 2 hours together with Dave Gardner. That's all.
But that's different.
You're due to come back on the Ron Juckett Show.
Oh, thank you.
Because I want to know how Red Sox did. Because that's the question that I always get to. So how'd you meet Al?
Now, Al doesn't sleep, and Al's like up at 3 a.m. going, "Someone's streaming live." Let me talk to the stuff.
So
anyhow,
Al.
Yeah, that's like okay. Let's. I got a story to tell you. I do, but I have to concentrate right now.
I'm sorry, such a bad influence.
So I like to say hello to Baseball Demos. Check out that great channel. And Living My Rhapsody, Nance, another wonderful content creator in our community. Remember, be a member of the FOC. Subscribe to everyone. Let's get everyone to that 1,000K subscribers so everyone can stream freely. That's a nice thing, right?
Yes.
So Baseball Demos, Living My Rhapsody, Nancy T, Rhodes Rants. That's a Star Wars channel. Rhodes Rants on Star Wars. I know these things. So that's it. Dale Longsdale, a good friend of the channel.
Yes.
Tribes Fan, another wonderful content creator. Stratomatic Baseball. Baseball Demos, self-explanatory. He talks about botany. No, baseball. And, Stratomatic stuff. And History Maker, and he's done Friends of the Community ball game. That's cool. Bobby Cantillano, my Twitter wife. Combat Painter. Freedom of speech for all. I read all your messages, Combat Painter. I love him. He's a cool dude. I like Combat. Another fun channel, Combat Painter. The Imagination Realm. It's just my imagination. What Who else is in here? Larry Harris is wondering, why am I here? Hello, Larry. Hope all is well. Jack Dawson and Fanomatic and Rob Explanation Port. Dave Gardner. What's that .com thing he does?
HockeyTournaments.com.
HockeyTournaments.com with Dave Gardner. And Jerry Mathers as the
Beaver.
No one ever comments on that when I do that. I'm like, someone's got to remember who Jerry Mathers was.
Yeah, he was the Beaver.
That was a funny.
Ward, weren't you a little hard on the Beamer last night?
The dirtiest thing ever said on TV. And we already went through all that. That was the funny part about that was I told you that there's that one kid going, what does that mean? And then you pull out one of the porno books you have stashed. And you go, look at this. Oh my God! You just got sex education 101, dude.
Yeah, never coming over to your house to play again. Your mother's already on the phone.
Those kids were always. We had like a stash of those magazines in our friend's garage. And I don't know if I told this before. I might have told it way back when, but like no one ever went in the garage. And then like panic set throughout the neighborhood when, oh my, why is Tony running down the street like Paul Revere going, my father's in the garage. My father's gonna clean the garage. My father's. And we're like, and like every kid. Young man, runs over there and we're like, how are we going to get, we had a gazillion of these things, right? How are we going to get this out of this garage, right? And what the hell are we going to do with them? So everyone started grabbing board game boxes and dumping the board game stuff out. And you're just like piling up. And then my friend's mom, my friend Dave's mom goes, you guys are playing a lot of board games out back yesterday, weren't you? Like, yeah. Dave's like, yeah. You guys were so intense.
I guess that gives new meaning to the word sorry, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. That was a scary, and it wasn't about getting caught. It was about, my God, we've compiled these magazines and now they're going to be destroyed.
I just remember, I just took them from my dad. My mother didn't care. I had to remember to return them to my dad after a while.
Yeah, you have to put them right back in the right spot. If you're borrowing,
then they knew I couldn't do that. So the awkward conversation with me. Can your father have his stuff back, please? Yes,
it's just natural. Like Cosmopolitan was like, when my sister started getting that, before it was like, she'd be like, "Did you see my Cosmo?" No, I don't know where your Cosmo is.
And don't turn and just skip over page 17, okay?
Please, page 17 wasn't in there. I had it. Page 17 got ripped right out of there very neatly. I'll never forget the day we were in school and you had to do these collages, right? And people were bringing in magazines and someone's like, dude, that girl just brought in a Cosmopolitan. We're like in 6th grade, right? I'm like, why you really? Like, yeah. I'm like, well, go get it. It's your 6th grade. What are you supposed to do? You start, you start discovering the opposite,
Yeah.
Females are cool.
They're not in boys' life.
Sports aren't as important anymore. Sports are important. It went from you like sports and then girls. And then it went girls and then sports. And then it went girls and sports. And it just went girls. And none of the girls liked you. They were always like, and all right, we got to do introductions. We're
be glad. I think in a lot of the cases.
Yeah, you know what? If you think back about so many bad things could have happened if you married the wrong people. You're going, you come to find out, hey, remember when you went out with so and so? Yeah, she murdered her husband. Really? Wow. I guess that was good. I broke up with her. Yeah. Guys, girls, let me just tell you something. If you're in a relationship, right, and it's not working out well, and you have a heated argument and you're gonna leave, just leave. Don't I'm gonna take a nap now. No, bad idea. Ask Phil Hartman. You can't. You know why?
Oh yeah.
He pulled a Stark. God rest his soul. And what was a football player? The quarterback for the
Steve McNair.
Yeah, he gets into a fight, and he just bought his girlfriend a gun. Yeah, bad idea. You don't fall asleep on the couch. That's all I'm saying. Bad. Why do you do these things? I'll tell you what. Now remember Bobbit, the Bobbit dude,
Yes.
detachable penis dude.
He made porn after that.
But who'd want to watch that? That's
I
like
don't-
even below my standards of. I mean, I don't want to watch. First of all, I got into a heated argument one time when that happened with a couple of my friends. They're like, "Oh, that's horrible. How could she do that?" I'm like, "Dude, he treated her. I'm going to be very poorly, and that's putting it kindly, right?"
Yeah.
I go, I would have cut his Mr. Happy off, put it in a blender, and make him drink it, okay, or fed it to the dog. You know, how do they find that? How do you go like if you're the what are you looking for? We're looking for a penis. What? Yeah. And then you get like the search dog or something, and the dog's like, drop the penis, drop the penis. I mean, what do you do there?
Mel Brooks, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, that guy deserved what he got. That's all I'm saying. I hate that bastard. And then he went on he was such an arrogant jerk. He says, and if you're a subscriber to me, please don't unsubscribe, Bobbit. I'm sorry. I need all of them. I apologize. But anyhow, let's go to the introductions. That's enough of my silliness. The show will end shortly when YouTube yanks the plug on us all. But we have Uncle Ron Juckett. People are in the chat going, what the?
I think everyone expects it now, Al.
I was actually going to come out and we're going to talk sports. X Ron. I'm like, fuck that. Plans change.
And so who are we? What characters are we giving Sesame Street character drugs to now? Anyway,
No,
I'm Uncle Ron.
Oh wait. It's Uncle Ron, and I'm gonna be quiet now.
And from Retro Sports Network, and we're doing a 1982 MLB replay at lunchtime, a couple days a week in a primetime game, and we're halfway through the Patriots Challenge, where I take the undefeated 2007 Patriots team and play them against some of the greatest teams of all time. We did a game today against the Steelers, which I thought was going to be boring and turned out to be quite exciting, and there are lawnmowers involved.
I love the lawnmowers. That was the best. Comments, that was the game. The game is a great game. Check it out. Not going to give too much away.
Yeah.
That's like, unfortunately, when I was talking about Dave's game on the FOC, going, oh, it was a great game, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to give it away, but we're up 2-0. And I went,
you just do it. Devin, about halftime of the game, they're redoing an office building next door. We had the Social Security office next door to where I live, and I think they're converting it into a state office. So I'm not sure if they're doing some sort of landscaping. It's 43 degrees. It's cold. It's wet. And I'm doing the game, and I'm thinking, that's a lawnmower behind me. Why am I hearing a lawnmower on the 6th of April? It's all mud here in Vermont. We don't have any grass yet. It's not even green. If you got green grass, someone's painted it.
What I thought of, Uncle Ron, was someone just got a new lawnmower and couldn't wait. Like, I got to do this.
Apparently so, because they were doing it for the whole halftime and third quarter.
But the best part, if you haven't seen it, Ron starts talking about it, and I can't do justice, so just check it out.
Yeah,
it was funny. I'm cleaning. See, people keep me company. You don't even know you guys keep me company. I'm cleaning stuff in the kitchen, or I'm doing laundry, and I got demos on, or I got Ron on, or Devin. Sometimes they're live streams, sometimes they're not. I'm listening to the replays and stuff. I have whoever's on, and I'll just listen. ID Jester, sometimes Living My Rhapsody, if whoever, and I'm just listening. And when I literally break out laughing because it was so funny. It just was something you didn't expect. And he's like, it's April and it's 43 degrees out. What are you mowing out there?
Because I don't know if you can hear it through the mic. I use the mic on my detachable webcam, and I don't know what it picks up or not, but you can clearly hear it in here.
You got to be careful with webcams about things it picks up. I found out the hard way. You can't see the video on YouTube, but that's all I'll say there.
I was reading a Reader's Digest, and it wasn't a Reader's Digest.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Now, his illustrious return. The OG. The original Grognard is back. How are you feeling, my friend?
Everybody, welcome back. Devin, the OG, original Grognard. March was a rough month for me. It really was a rough month.
It's out with the bathwater now.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
We're septic system something.
I think we're still living with the residual after effects of March. But yeah, well, March, my 50th birthday, medical
Happy
issue,
birthday.
wasn't feeling well. It was. Yeah, March sucked. And that's all I have to say about that.
You know, to March, we give you this. There we go. That's for March. And to April, may it be better for everybody. Unless you had a good March, then we take back the finger and we want it to continue. So anyhow. And Devin has
pitching staff of the Boston Red Sox. Then you
oh my God. Let's just touch briefly on why spring training matters. Okay. I don't want to hear it from anybody. I love everybody. I heard it from people from work. I heard it from my relatives. It's early. Every pitcher's got lit up. Every pitcher, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, all, well, I did it wrong. 5. All 5.
I'm watching the Monday, whatever Sale pitched against the A's. Was that Monday or Tuesday?
Yeah, he pitched good his second start. He was the only good starter the second time around.
Yeah, but he never hit more than 90 on a fastball.
Oh, it was horrible. But and Steve Lyon, again, I realize we're only a little sports talk. Don't worry. People are like, listen, get back to people cutting people's penises off. We're going to get back there. We're going to get back there, people. We're going to get there. When they were playing spring training games, I was watching a lot with my dad, right? And we kept going, did they play the starters? Did I blink and I missed the starters? Were any starting players actually playing in this game? And you sit there, and then there's 4 days to go in spring training, Nathan Eovaldi will get his first start throwing for the mound, but he's been long tossing. Well, I've been tossing too, but it's something else. You understand what I'm saying? I think you need to throw a few innings there, Spartacus Aurelius.
Yes.
So it was not a figment of my imagination, because Steve Lyons the other day said on Nesson, he said, they did not throw innings. He goes, it's not so much about the arm strength. It's about getting your timing down, hitting your spots. Timing. Yeah. He goes, they didn't throw. And I sat there and I went, and then he even said about the starters, position players. He goes, they didn't play a lot. Every time we turned on the game, Devin, OG in the chat, Devin, Uncle Ron in the chat, it's like, is this the single A team? I don't get it. Are we going to see a starter at some point? Ask Ron, anybody, or people in chat.
We replaced the Boston Red Sox with
whatever their single A team was.
The Lowell Spinners. Let's see if anyone will notice.
And ask Uncle Ron. For many years,
Boston and Washington, it's been a wonderful baseball season for me. What are you talking about?
God, Baseball Dolls is in the chat. Check out that great channel. And remember, we're going to have another issue coming up with. They've changed the rules on streaming. We're going to talk about that in a moment. For what's it called, Uncle Ron?
People who stream on their cell phones.
Okay, and we're going to get to that in a moment, because we're going to help everyone get to 1,000. Everybody, but mostly me. No, I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't worry about it too much, Al. I mean, it is still early in the season.
Yeah, they stink. They stink. Early. I know they're going to come. They're going to play better. But my point is,
worse.
They could play worse. They have 2 wins, thank God. They already blew. They're up 3-0. My dad was like, "How long is that?" And as soon as he said how long, they were already down 4-3. He never got the words, "How long is this going to last?" My uncle was laughing on the way out because he had to go pick up his daughter from work, and we're laughing. We're like, they suck. It's horrible. It happens though. I still love them. But you could ask Uncle Ron. Okay, when we were younger, right? Not that much, or a few, even the starters, regular position players, when exhibition or spring training, however you want to call it, started, they play a couple innings every day. I'm not lying about that.
Yeah.
In the last
start with, you go through the lineup once if you were a starter, and then it wasn't even that long ago that I was watching Clay Buchholz go 6 innings down in a game down at Bradenton against Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
it wasn't that long ago.
I just don't get it. And Steve Lyons said what I thought. I just said, maybe I'm just not paying attention. Maybe I black out during the games, I'm sitting because I'm excited. The winter
plug somewhere, honey whiskey for me. No,
I have honey whiskey in this ginger ale.
That's why I made the joke.
Or
I
is it
know that.
ginger ale in the honey whiskey?
No, it's only I only do like a shot, and then the rest is ginger ale.
You know, it's so nice this year because I didn't have to cover spring training because even last year was at the end of my time at District on Deck, and so I still had to cover spring training. It was so nice to have a couple of games on and be able to shut it off because I really don't care about number 97 pitching the number 74 on players that you're not going to see for 3 years.
And that's the other thing. They always go, look at the high numbers. There's such high numbers.
Oh my God.
He's not making the team. And I'm like, that's Aaron Judge, you idiot. He's on the team.
Yeah, Aaron Judge is making the team. But when you're going...
ID Gesture has, again, you gotta. I was supposed to be on there Tuesday. I was not feeling well, but he has that picture where he shared with me I think it was 2 spring trainings ago with this Aaron Judge. I'm like, he's huge. He's a big dude.
Yeah,
so,
I had a good time Tuesday night. I got the feeling for it.
I gotta go back and watch it or listen. I listen to a lot of stuff. Anyway, like I said, we have baseball dolls in the chat. Check her channel out. We also had something about mermaids.
Hey, it was once and I was drunk.
Fearless Mermaid. I love that. Fearless Mermaid is in the chat. I don't know if that's a content creator, but my God, it should be.
That's a great name.
That's an awesome name. Fearless Mermaid. ID Gesture says 2017 spring training. I will bring it out again for you. Thank you. That was awesome. And check out ID Gesture's channel. Check out everyone's channel. Now we're going to go to something dear to my heart, the FOC. I was talking to Ron. Don't laugh, Devin. It's true. If you laugh,
I'm laughing in agreement with you because I know it's true.
Okay. You hurt my feelings.
I would never do anything.
I'm a sensitive human being. GM Michaels is in the, the monkey's not with me tonight. The monkey's out on a date. He's met a special someone.
A Stark?
No, he's hoping drunk. That's what he's hoping. And he brought GGO the white dye. They're gonna, they go out. They have a wild time. I mean, they have some issues. They have some issues.
So what happens when it comes home with more than 6 dots on one side?
You know what they do when they go out to frolic or whatever the hell they do. I just, one time I said, GGO, what the hell? And he said, I don't know what happened, but it was sure fun. And all you get from the monkey's like, I'm like, oh my God, you 2 crazy bastards.
It left as a 6-sider and came back at 10.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. What strat column is this? It rolled in.
Oh, speaking of strat, okay, I got a funny strat story. So I like Stratomatic. The company hates my guts. It's fine. It's fine. I get that. Okay. So I called them from work last week or this week because I'm like, I miss sales. And I'm the type of person, you put something on sale, literally it's like, we're going to let you, if you buy 15, you get 1 for $1 off. I'm like, I'm there. I just buy it, right? It's sale, right? So Captain Carl, one of our good friends in the chat and in the community, you'll see him throughout many chats. He comes into my live streams a lot, and others I've seen him in other live streams. He tells me when there's sales, right? He goes, hey, Al, I got this email. I go, I don't get an email. So I call them, right?
I even get the emails. I haven't bought anything from Strat in years.
But I call them, right? So I call them. And I'm like, you get their customer service, and it's fucking god-awful. It's
the same bookie that wouldn't give me the scores from 25 years
Exactly.
ago.
They must have worked for the Department of Motor Vehicles at some point, their customer service.
On Long Island, which, that's just, with apologies to those who...
And again, let me state, I love the game. I purchased the game. I played the game. Okay, so I'm just going, hey, I signed up for the email letter and I never get the emails about the sales and I miss out and stuff. And I'm the type of person, if you say it's on sale, I'm going to buy it. Because if I want it, I'm trying to build up my strat line. I like the game. I get it. The company pisses me off and stuff, but I like the game. Okay. So the guy's like, did you look at your profile? I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at my profile now. I'm looking at all the stuff I've bought from you guys. And I said, I got it once and I haven't gotten it since. It's probably the time I blasted. I didn't say this. So I'm thinking in my head, you sons of bitches know who I am, don't you? Right.
They've got you flagged, Al. They know.
I mean, I'm joking. They don't have me flagged, but it seemed that,
they
right?
They do.
So I don't get I literally, everyone else gets the email. Strat Delaware will send me, hey, did you get the email? I'm like, no, I did. What am I, a leopard? I don't get the emails, right?
You live above Fairfield County, and that's all that matters for them.
So I'm saying, so then the guy, it's like talking to the cable company, like they think you're an idiot, right? And like, it's like, did you check your junk box? I'm like, yes, I checked my junk box. It's not in the junk box. I said, listen, when I purchase something, right? It's amazing how the email comes to me. Like, you want my money. I get that, right? But how come I don't get the, it'd be nice to get a sale. And they're like, did you check your junk box? I just told you, yes, I checked my junk box. Maybe it's in your spam folder. I'm on it. I said, yeah, you're right. It's in my, maybe. I'm thinking to myself, it's the same fucking folder, you a-hole, right? So long story short, I still don't get any emails. So if anyone gets emails from Strat, please tell me when there's sales, because I'm a glutton for punishment. I like to buy crap. So anyway, I called them, and yeah, they're not fun to talk to at all. They could care less about you. They wanted me off that phone as fast as possible. It's like, we've got crazy person on the line who wonders why he doesn't. Here's the other thing. You go to Action PC, it says sale.
I get a dozen emails a week from Action PC.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
You go to Out of the Ballpark or whatever, or they send me emails, sale or this or that, right? And everything. ASG games, hey, we're doing this, there's a sale.
Yep.
How come Strat hides their sales? We don't want to tell anybody.
I went to
I don't get it.
buy something from them, and I didn't, because it was going to cost me $87 to buy the game and the season I wanted. I don't watch the current freaking season. I haven't watched a hockey game all year, so it really doesn't matter to me about the 27-18 season. There was some season that they didn't have the season I wanted.
Who is that, Strat?
Yeah, it was rare. I'm not even talking the cards and dice, the computer program.
Yeah, wait. I've never played. I've seen Dave Little did the basketball game. ID Gesture did the hockey game. I still think, and we'll talk about this tomorrow, but I think Action PC.
Oh, absolutely.
Top notch. So.
But it was going to be $87. Because if you're going to buy a game from a computer game from Stratomatic, you want the card image. If you're going out to spend that money, you want the card and nice experience. Because and it's $60.
Yeah. No, I know. Game. That's my point. I spend money there, but they don't treat and Fearless Mermaid.
Born again in a minute.
Yeah. Fearless Mermaid said, sounds like when I worked at a call center for Geek Squad, tech support. Initial.
God. Oh, you can't just. If you weren't drinking before you worked for one of those places, I'm sure you were after about a week after being tech support for Best Buy.
OTDA is in the house. All hail the Empire. Let it be known, when it comes to Star Wars, I root for the Law and Order. We love puppies and spaghetti and ice cream. The Empire.
They've got cookies.
We have cookies, and I don't fall for that propaganda crap from the rebels who are just hippie anarchists. That's just my opinion. That's all I'm saying. How do we know Darth Vader's a bad? Okay, that's a bad example. Bad example. Let's take that one back. Let's just forget about it. But really,
don't you want to? I would want to be a stormtrooper on the cold planet.
Yeah, you'd be warm.
On one of the hot planets, like where the Ewoks are from. There's no way in hell I'd want to be a stormtrooper.
I hate Ewoks. A lot of people like Ewoks. I don't like Ewoks.
I saw Return of the Jedi in a theater. It's the only one of the three I saw in the theater.
I saw them all in the theater. It's the wonderful movie experience. I love Star Wars. I don't like a lot of the new stuff, as we've discussed. Dog should pop up right now when we start talking Star Wars. Be like, what are you talking about? Star Wars? Star Wars?
His ears ring whenever we start talking about it, especially Last Jedi.
That was awful. The Dave Gardner says, I want to party with Jabba. I agree. Jabba the Hutt would be really cool to party with.
Nah, Jabba will throw you down into the Rancor pit.
He might. You know who'd be cool to party with?
Double dips his chips out. Can you really party with someone who double dips?
He's a George Costanza.
He has more hair.
Yeah. George
Costanza. I always loved it when Jason Alexander would do stuff after Seinfeld and he was obviously wearing the tube.
Yeah.
It's like, seriously, do we not realize you're bald? I mean, really.
ID gesture.
My hair loss.
Someone. I'm going to take a line from Ron Juckett. Someone ban ID. I'm joking. No one ban ID gesture, but he said something that is so heinous.
Oh, what did he say?
The Last Jedi was awesome. Best movie ever.
It was when I saw it, but I was 11.
No, you didn't. The Last Jedi.
Oh,
The Last Jedi is the new one, isn't it?
No, I haven't seen. I haven't seen the movie since my wife dragged me one of the Harry Potters.
You know, I'm just saying. You know. Anyway, we got a lot of cool people in the chat. A lot of fun people. Nancy T, hello there. Hello. Is it us you're looking for? It must be because you're in the chat and we make you laugh. So stay here and don't have any fear.
Help out. 1-800-537-7575. Your donations today can help out.
I'll tell you right now, if you guys don't want me to sing ever again, I want Ron Juckett's channel at 1,000 subscribers. I want Tribes Fans channel at 1,000 subscribers. I want Dave Gardner's channel at 1,000 subscribers. Living My Rhapsody at 1,000 subscribers. So on and so forth. Baseball Demos at 1,000 subscribers. Baseball Doll at 1,000 subscribers. The Fearless Mermaid. I don't even know if the person streams, but I just love that name. 1,000 subscribers. Then after they be kind enough and let me get to 1,000.
And then YouTube 1,000 before I will.
And I said Ron. Did I say you?
Yes, you did.
Ron, you know I can say things and we can watch my subscriber count just go.
You'd have to take a Dow plunge to get down to my level, though.
Speaking of plunge.
Nestea?
The Nestea plunge. I have the people at work bought me a beta fish to try to keep me in my cubicle.
That's better than buying you a Beta Max.
Yeah. No, yeah, Beta Max. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
You remember the what was the one that looked like a big record? The
laser discs.
Those were cool though. Those were those picture quality for that day and age was better than a VCR, but no one bought them. And we must have watched Rocky and Scarface. That's my friend had those two movies like over and over and over again. Was it Scarface? I think it was Scarface. I don't know, but whatever. It was cool. It was cool. But yeah, I have a beta fish now, and I named it after Andre Bocelli. I call it Bocelli. And I thought Bocelli was lonely, so I made them get me a snail. Plus, the snail cleans out the little tank, and I have a heater in there. So the snail's really cool. I didn't think a snail could have personality. First day in there, the snail's like plowing through everything, like a little tank. He's like, I gotta eat. I gotta find something. I'm eating this. I'm eating that. I'm like laughing. The fish is like looking at him going, like, what the hell is that? And then the fish is getting along with it. So everyone got snails. We have a lot of people have fish at their cubicle areas. Keeps you relaxed and calm, you know, because you don't want to murder people at work. That's not good. Don't do it. It's bad, right? So I'm doing some work, and the snail, I'm like, holy crap, this thing's like moving all over the place, like it's looking for food and stuff. And I hear the Nestea plunge. I hear a plop. I hear the water. I'm like, son of a bitch, the snail jump out of the thing. He was on the side of the glass, and he plopped. There's like a fake. The beta fish like to lay on these, or just like rest on these fake leaf. You put like a fake sticky leaf in there, and the snail's on the leaf. It was hilarious, and the beta fish is like, it's like, Uncle Al, you gonna do something about this? I'm like, it's your friend. Just lay down next to it. But it was funny that the one beta fish got all mad and it puffed up at it. My fish was fine with it. It's like, it's cool. And it's like the beta fish was like, it didn't want you to know that it was happy it had a friend, because it'd be like checking them out, and then it's like, you're like, hey, Bocelli. He's like, no, I'm not doing anything. We're not doing anything. Nothing to see here. I wasn't kissing the snail. I'm like, hey, whatever you're into. If you're into snails, dude, it's cool, man. But yeah, it's a fun fish and a fun snail. And the best one, the woman who sits behind me, I named her Beta Fish Collins, and he's like puffing up at it, pissed. Next thing you know, we're walking by. I'm like, the freaking fish is snuggling with it, and like it's wrapped around it, going, I like you a lot. I mean, a lot. It was just, and if you don't believe me, she took a picture of it, and I will get that picture and I will show you the fish cuddling up to it. It was hilarious.
Dave Collins was angry and played the drums and said, "You're no fish of mine."
That's right.
Yeah.
That's very
Baseball Doll has the line of the night in the chat. She said, I had a beta, named it Master.
a master beta. She belongs in this chat.
Absolutely. That's what I was thinking.
She gets it. Everyone else gets it. You know who doesn't get it? Supposed to laugh. That's the punchline. I don't. Never mind.
I'm married. I forgot
If
what
I
it was.
if I have to explain the punchline, folks, we're
It's
in
not
trouble.
funny.
No, it is funny. It is funny. It's just you guys didn't get it. That's all.
Well, obviously neither are you.
Okay. All right. That's the way we're gonna play. I'm just gonna. That's it. I'm muting you. No, I'm just kidding. And that's Devin. This is why we love to have Devin, man.
He doesn't look like Woody Page. He didn't get it. He just got pissed about telling a joke that
No, because you didn't have my joke. Why am I gonna have your joke?
And so I tell a joke and you don't get it.
I didn't get it. I'm being honest with you. Woody Page.
From around the horn. So when they get mouthy, they mute them. And so when you're going to mute,
Woody Page on ESPN. I got it now. I got it. You should have said around the horn. I would have got it. So Dave Gardner. Dave
explaining the joke, Al.
Ron. We do not argue on the show, Ron. We talked about that.
You touched my monkey again last night, and I'm still mad.
I'm not touching anyone's monkey. I have my own monkey. You guys have to deal with your monkeys. My monkey has a brain of its own.
You know what my little monkey did this morning? I'm watching a YouTube video this morning.
You know what my little monkey did this morning? He woke up like that. Never mind.
He was spitting yellow stuff too. It was terrible.
Oh, the poor people who come in this chat for the first time going like,
What
Al
the
Red
hell
Sox
is
fan.
this?
I thought this was like something to do about the Red Sox or sports. Yeah.
So
Something about a one-eyed monkey in the morning and then it spit up yellow stuff. I don't know. That's Uncle Ron. That's not me.
Retro Sports Network, please subscribe today. So the cat's walking across the keyboard, and I'm watching some video on YouTube. And somehow she hit the right combination of the keys to save it to my toolbar. And so so I'm looking up there, and it's obviously it's a YouTube thing because it's got the YouTube logo, and it's XXXXXXX.
Oh my, Ron, you're gonna have to explain that to your wife.
No,
Ron?
she's feeding me breakfast. So I was like, "What is this?" And it was a video that I had watched with her. And it's like the cat had somehow saved it to my toolbar and named
Cats
it.
are smart, man. Cats, you want to laugh if you're having hey, Sly the Tank Benjamin, how you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. So, if you ever want to laugh, there's like what's it called, jerk cat compilations or something. They're funny. So there's this one cat, right?
That was wrong, Al, but yes.
What jerk cat? Jerk
Yes.
cat.
Yes. Jerk
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, don't jerk a cat. That's not good. Peter's gonna. Yeah, I don't know if the cat's gonna like. That's what Bob Kraft probably thought. He went down to Miami and he says, "Hey, I'm a cat. Jerk me." That's meow.
We know have your cat. Please try spare rib.
So, Sly the Tank Benjamin says, "Doing well, Al. Thank you, sir. Hi, Bobby," and he's saying hi to everybody. Everybody's saying hi. We have like a really nice community.
We do.
Yeah, I know there's a petition to try to ban me from the community that I helped create. That's not nice, though.
I just made enough money. I threw out the petition.
Oh, thank you. Thank God. And there'll be no more human resources hired. I don't even know who hired the last human resource person. They just show up like a fungus, It's like
bad yeast infection.
Exactly. Remember we had that? I'm like, who the hell hired the freaking human? I'm sick of getting these emails going, "Did you know what you said?" I'm like, well, yeah, it's my show, but what did I say? Did you watch? Did you take it out of content? You said penis 52 times.
We're not monetized anyway.
And what does that mean? Are you sure I said it 52 times? I don't think I said it 52 times. Which Uncle Ron then shoots me an email as he's listening. We said it 58 times. Yes, I know. We don't have to tell them that.
Speaking of yeast infections,
Speaking of yeast infections,
Honest to God, truth, Devin Gordon, what the hell is he going to go on about now?
oh my Lord, it's story time with Uncle Ron. Speaking of yeast infections, everyone pay attention.
True story.
True story.
They're playing with, my sugar medications because I've been a diabetic for 17 years. And
Oh yeah.
Uncle Ron is not always perfect with what he eats, so we have to adjust medication so Uncle Ron's continues to stay well. And so I forgot the name of whatever it was that they wanted to put me on. It was going to be $450, but thankfully I didn't take it. And so I'm reading through the side effects. And besides having to pee 17,000 times a day, which doesn't work for someone who's disabled and is by themselves for 8 hours at a stretch, was yeast infections. With male and female yeast infections. I said, do I really want to take something that's going to give me a yeast infection?
No, you don't. No, it's not good. No. You don't want bread baking down there. No, it's not good.
It's unleavened, so it'd be kosher, wouldn't it?
Why is the rabbi here? He's here to bless the bread. Gonna make it kosher. No one got that, but it's funny. I'm you know what? I'm gonna stop explaining these jokes if you people aren't gonna laugh. I crack myself up. I'm too. Oh God! This is why I love Dave from Baseball Demos. Too crusty. Oh God! Just don't go there, people. Dave's everyone's cool, but Dave. I said this way before. Like the first time Dave actually popped into one of our chats, I went, "Holy shit, Dave from Baseball Demos here!" And he's a wonderful person. Everyone in the chat's wonderful, and he has a really cool sense of humor. And I used to say, "Don't tell anyone Dave comes to the chat," because that's the time like a lot of people wouldn't talk to me. Like when I go into the baseball stream chats, like, "Hey, how you doing, everyone?" They're like. I'm like, really? Wow, I subbed to all your channels. I support all you guys, but hey.
So I'm doing games, and Dave is the perfect color guy. I mean, I've got a bunch of people who just will throw in great facts, and I'll read them off on the air. So I've got a second.
Wait, it's not Bubba Husky's the great color guy?
Oh, Bubba's great too. Merkins,
yeah, Merkins.
I didn't know that there was a wig for down there, but apparently there is, and apparently it's real. And I couldn't run chat on the game screen anymore after that conversation, but that was fine. I mean, I laughed. So so I'm looking like I am now, and I'm my game is beneath there, and I look over like this because my chat is on the other screen.
Yeah.
And so so once in a while, Dave will come up with the greatest lines. And so we got talking about Bobby Grich, the former second baseman for the Orioles and for this and the California Angels.
Yeah.
And we get on this tangent about the Grinch from Jim Carrey and Dr. Seuss and all that. And he starts to bring up in conversation the former Reds catcher Steve Christmas. And I vaguely remember late 80s. This was after Johnny Bench and might have played in 10 games or whatever. And you can just see him going through with an absolutely straight face typing. Wouldn't it be funny if Bobby stole the base on him? Okay, why? Because he could be the Grinch
that
stole on Christmas.
Yeah, that was a great line. That was funny. Dave's very clever. He has a very wicked, dry sense of humor.
Yes.
He's very, and again, the community here, and hello, Mary B. Hope all is well. And Nat King Curry the Fourth, telling you, he's got a beautiful singing voice. He hasn't done a video in a long time, but he does have one where he's doing a Nat King Cole. I'm pretty sure it's a Nat King Cole song, but it's fabulous. And thank you for stopping by, my friends. We're kind of talking about all kinds of crazy crap. That's it. But let's chat with Al. That's like when we did the military historical thing, which we got to. Oh, Devin, do you have the pictures for that stuff?
Well, you didn't tell me you needed them yet.
Okay, Devin.
Yes.
If you have the pictures, you can send them to me, and I'll figure it out, and I'll get in contact with Dog. But
okay.
we did a military market garden, right? And people are like, they show up, and I'm like, people are in shock that I can speak sort of intelligently yet. I'm like, yeah, I'm not. It's like when we do chat with Al, like Ron, remember we having the conversation offline? I'm like, Ron, do they realize like when we do this? And Devin, I'm like, it's a joke, right? We're trying to make people laugh because laughter is good. And there's people who take this like, I really hate them.
Which is why we get letters from HR.
Yes. I tell you what, You ever? Okay, I'm pretty sure I told you this. We had to go like for harassment training, not like how to harass people,
I was about to say, you need training for that?
not how to harass people, because that's wrong. You should never harass anyone. But so we go there, and I've told you this, but my point is, so they send you to sexual harassment training, which was kind of funny because we're sitting there going, doesn't sound right. I mean, and so we go there. This is years ago, and the woman, no offense to an attractive woman, right? And she looks like really hot. And I'm sitting there going,
she's dressed for the role.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there going, this ain't right. This is like entrapment. This is not right. Why do they do this? I mean, we're all young guys. We're all out of college, right? And you're sitting there going, really? Now you're going to put us in with this? And we're like, we're thinking hot for teacher and stuff like that. And so why? I don't get it. And they're like, my eyes are here. My eyes are here. Yeah, but, your shirt's down here. Come on. What the fuck? No.
The Victoria's Secret bag is still on the chair.
Exactly. But it's entrapment. That's not right. That's not right. You have to have.
You want me leading the workshop on sexual harassment?
That'd be fun. Mm-hmm. They made us. I told you this. They made us take it over because they let us. The company I worked for then, we had a pretty okay. This chat with Al was basically our lunch crowd. We had a large lunch table. People wanted to sit at our lunch table because we made everyone laugh. So they said, "Yeah, sign up whenever you want." And they go, "So anyone can sign up with any group?" They're like, so we all signed up together. They made us retake it. They made us go separately. And it's funny. The worst offenders of anything like that is human resources. I'm not lying to you. Like, human resources are the worst offenders of human resources. But it's funny. You sit there and you go like that and you're like, this is such a joke. You shouldn't do that stuff to people. That's why it's funny. You're sitting there going, people actually, I never saw any of that at any company I've ever worked at. I'm not saying like you didn't ask people out, but I'm saying like, the stuff that I'm like, really? Okay. So occasionally in the warehouse, there is some amorous behavior between people. It's the warehouse. There's some downtime. What are you going to do? Right? My God, I didn't work in the warehouse. I was like, really? We don't get that stuff in the office. I mean, is it because there's no dark spots over? I mean, no. Yeah, they used to
save that for your beta fish.
Yeah, the beta fish is cool, man. Bocelli. I love my beta fish. I want to bring them home, but they're like, they don't like change. They really don't like change. They're just like, I don't like change. I'm like, okay, I get it. You don't like change. Stratomatic, Delaware. My harassment training included a grade school class photo with one kid sitting by himself, all the way over by himself. The caption read, "No one should be made to feel unwelcome." Yeah, but isn't that the opposite of like harassment? Because usually, if you're welcoming, you're touching. You don't touch people. Don't touch people unless they're hot. Then that's different. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. You should treat people the way you want to be treated. But you see, I think differently, so maybe you shouldn't.
But what if you're a nymphomaniac?
That's what I'm saying. You gotta weigh these things in. You gotta put it in that sliding scale thing.
That's what she said.
I knew it. Ron, you're so bad. Like I'm lobbing it up, and Ron's like, "Should I hit it out of the ballpark?" Yes. Smash it out of the ballpark, Uncle Ron. As Chris is leaving. Chris just got here. He's leaving. He's leaving us.
What did I say?
Chris doesn't love us anymore.
Chris loves us. We love Chris. Stratomatic, Delaware. If you have not subscribed to that channel, please do so. Bobby Cantolano is going to be on with us at some point to discuss the wonderful, I call them knickknacks.
She's good.
She's very good.
She's very good.
I was talking to her the other night, and we're trying to. I was like, Bobby, do you sell your stuff? No. I'm like, okay, Bobby. Do you want to sell your stuff? Yes. I have it on my Facebook page. And it was just a funny conversation. I'll let her share that stuff when she comes on here. It's pretty funny. But she wonderful, very arts and crafts. I don't say it right. I call them knickknacks. Beautiful. Game of Thrones. She makes like, if you've ever seen Game of Thrones, they have these little concoctions like to put the poison in, but don't put poison in them, people. Put like root beer or something. To me, root beer is poison. I'm not a big root beer fan. But I know, Uncle Ron, you like root beer.
A&W, it barks.
What was it? What was that? Oh, root beer floats. I like those with the ice cream. I'm sorry, I went brain dead. I was thinking about Bocelli. It's his first weekend alone, and no one's feeding him. But they can last a couple of days without being fed. So if not, I might go back and go, "Where's the snail?" And he'd be like, "I ate him."
If you see the butter packet next to the tank, you know that's what happened.
The best part is we're trying to figure out. I go, "Hey, can snails reproduce by themselves?" I mean, I've tried, but so that was funny. Come on,
Depending on the breed of snail you get, you could end up with a very bad snail infestation. So it all depends on the type of snail you got.
Like, I'm gonna go back to work on Monday. I'm gonna like, Bocelli, what did you and the snail do? I didn't do anything. I'm like, why do they all look like little Bocelli snails? I don't know. It wasn't me. You know.
And then HR gets involved.
Yeah, HR.
If you left page 17 of Cosmo open on your desk.
Yeah, I probably. Page 17 does not exist because when I was a kid, I know exactly what you mean, Ron, because there's that one page and you're sitting there going, wow, that's cool. You know, just like that's where arts and craft came in for a guy. Just cut it real careful. Just don't. You ripped the boob. What the hell is wrong with you? I have to put tape on it now. It's not natural, man.
So were you surprised the first time you actually saw a torso for real that there wasn't a staple in the middle?
Yeah, I didn't. I was like, whoa. I like these. I like these a lot.
Do you realize there's now a generation of middle school boys that have no idea that that there was magazines?
No, because they got the internet.
And B, that there was a staple in the middle?
You know, if I had the internet at that age, I wear glasses. I'd be blind by now. I'd be like,
it's the Quagmire clip the weekend he got locked in with the porn and he comes out and the one arm is like Popeye and the other one is like mine. What'd you do all week? Where have you been the last 3 weeks, Quagmire?
Yeah. Oh, the Quagmire is funny. That's good stuff on Quagmire. Did you ever see one of the funniest episodes on Family Guy? Quagmire's dad gets a sex change. Did you guys ever see that one?
Oh.
And the dog, Brian, who's kind of like Brian will date dogs and humans.
Yes.
It's a show. And Brian has been gone for the whole episode, right? He comes back and he tells Stewie, right? The little kid. Again, that's the funniest part. Brian and Stewie are the best parts of that. And they do some really serious stuff where I'm not going to go through, but they went through a whole thing about like Brian had a bout of depression. And Stewie talks. They do a lot of fun stuff on there, but they hit some serious stuff. It's a well done show, not done for everyone. But so he comes back. You don't see him the whole episode. And he goes, "I just got in. I just flew back in from the authors convention. Blah 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 blah." And he goes, "I was at the airport bar and I met the most wonderful lady." He goes, "Yeah, tell me that later." He goes, "I gotta tell you about what happened to Quagmire's dad." Like, what happened? He got a sex change. He's a girl now. Really? He must look hideous. Oh, hideous. I don't know how anyone could fall for that. Like, not know he was a guy. He goes, oh, it must be. Is he there? I got to see. He goes, no, he went away somewhere. But he goes, okay, let me tell you. But wait, let me tell you. Because I met the most wonderful woman at the airport bar. And he's like, yeah, really? And now they start talking, right? And Stewie goes, and then Brian says something, and Stewie goes, oh, yeah. Brian says, what was her name? Just out of curiosity, like he stops his story. And now Stewie says the name and Brian goes, what does she look like? And he starts explaining, yeah, but that couldn't have been her, Brian. That couldn't have, because he says, that's the woman same name. He goes, yeah, you would have known that. What did she look like? And he starts like, and next thing you know, Brian's like, whoa! And he's like throwing up. He's like, and the barf puddle is getting bigger and bigger. It's hilarious, right? And Stewie's like, what the hell, man? What the hell? And you can find it on YouTube. I highly recommend it. It's freaking hilarious. And he goes, I blanked her. Why I just edited myself, I don't know, but I just did because I'm talking about. And he goes, Stewie's like, you didn't know? No, I didn't know. And so they go back and forth about this. Now, the father with the sex change goes back to Quagmire's house and goes, I just met the most wonderful man. Again, it's a dog, but they don't mention that, right? And he's like, what? What's his name? Brian. He's like, what? And Quagmire throws an ape shit. He comes flying, like Brian's in the shower trying to cleanse himself, like, just like Silkwood. You know what I mean? Like that, just trying to get, and If you don't know the movie Silkwood, you didn't get that joke, and I'm sorry about that. Hello, Teresa, my friend. We had lunch today. Hello, Teresa. So, she's a big fan of mine. And so Brian's like scrubbing and scrubbing, right? And Quagmire comes and goes, "Where are you, you son of a bitch?" And he basically beats the living shit out of Brian, right? I mean, blood, and he's beating the crap out of him, and he's all beat up. And Quagmire turns and goes, "And furthermore, stay the hell away from my dad." So as he's walking out, he goes, Brian's all, you got like his nose is on this side. He's a bleeding, black eye, blood coming from his lip. Quagmire, like, "What?" "I fucked your dad." And that's how it was so funny. And it was true. I mean, they had the sex change. It was a funny episode. Family Guy's not for everyone. I get that, but it was really, 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 really funny.
That was good.
Have a good night, Baseball Dolls. Thank you for stopping by. Check out that great card collecting channel, and you get to meet her dogs and her cat, and another great card collecting channel. So, as Teresa says, you have new headphones. Yes, I do. No more duct tape. Everyone's like, Al. You know it's bad when, Dave Gardner, really wonderful guy, hockeytournaments.com. He sent me a message. He's like, "Al, do you need help with those headphones? I can help you." I was really kind of him. I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm good. What happened was I tossed them. They broke. I told you that story. I'm like, they've been duct taped for a long time. OG knows this. And
Oh, yeah.
I literally broke them the second week I had.
You were in those.
Yeah, because I have a bad habit. I used to toss things, right? Not out of anger, but I just like toss. And as soon as it let go of out of my hand, I was like, "No!" And I did that slow motion dive, like for the bed. Even though it hit the bed, it went. I went, "Oh, you put it back together." And then I was like, duct tape. Hell, I had my riding lawnmower last for 15 years. I had that shit duct tape all up. I'm like, duct tape.
Oh,
duct tape.
Yeah.
Speaking of duct tape.
Speaking of the duct tape, because I don't pop up on the three ways when I'm talking. If you look, when it's just two people in a hangout, it's whoever's talking you see. So if I'm talking, I see myself. But you set me up for that, you son of a.
When I was in a three. Wait a second.
Yeah, three-way with you.
Since the Frenchman. Oui, savoir faire puts it everywhere. What?
So if you notice above my right shoulder, you can see the arm of my chair, and you see it's got it's got duct tape on the top of it. But it didn't before. So the other day, I'm trying to get out of Dunkin' Donuts. And someone holds the door open. If I was getting an iced tea or something like that. So someone holds the door open, and I'm kind of half paying attention. He doesn't open it up all the way. And I smash the arm of the chair and the wheels into the door frame. And, of course, the door frame's not made of donuts. It would have been eaten years ago. And so I clearly cracked the foam where the arm is. And so the duct tape that we had in the house was some pink stuff with black dots on it.
I like it. It's cool. Why did the person hold the door? What the fuck is wrong with people?
He held the door, but he didn't hold it wide enough.
Oh, okay. I apologize.
So I didn't want to hit him.
You should have ran his ass over. Devin, what do you think? Run his ass over?
Run him over.
Yeah. Probably one of those hippies anyway.
Right. Damn hippies.
Yeah, it's a veteran with PTSD issues. The last thing I'm doing is running him over.
All right, bad idea. Bad idea. Don't run him over.
You see, once in a while, discretion is the better part of valor.
What's discretion?
I don't know. It's not something I show between 10 and 12:30 on Saturday.
Not on this show, no. Take care, Nancy T.
I'm talking about strawberry shortcake when I'm talking games, unless I'm actually eating some stuff.
Here's a good question. We spoke of yeast infections earlier. So, what would strawberry shortcake's yeast infection smell like? Devin's like, so what we're gonna do? I'm gonna buy some strawberries. I'm gonna keep them out.
Yogurt, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and I'm gonna get some rotten yogurt. And in a week or so,
what the hell did I come?
We will smell that on the air, and that's what strawberry. And that's what Well, aren't you? You guys have to do the same. We got to do it all at once.
No.
No.
That's
No
not
one-
in my
Oh,
contract.
come on.
Strawberries are out of season up here. So
Actually, I've had some. They're pretty good.
Nope, out of season.
It's still tasty. They put chemicals to make everything right. We've got chemicals.
Nope.
No, my fruit comes from Chile.
Chile. Yeah, a lot of fruit does come from Chile.
I've been because one of the things I'm trying to change my diet.
Good night, Bobby.
Good night, Bobby.
Oh, I think they're saying good night to Nancy. Sorry.
Oh, it's got to eat more fruit. So I've been mixing it with Cool Whip, which actually doesn't have any real dairy in it. It's actually very low sugar and calories. So I mixed some fruit and I mixed some Cool Whip with it. And so the berries I've been eating have been from Chile.
Bananas come from Chile too.
I have strawberries because you're going to make me do that.
No,
you won't make me do that.
You know what? Next week, Ron Juckett on this show will have Cool Whip and we'll eat fruit for us. Like, eat that strawberry, Ron. Eat it. Yeah.
How did you make dessert dirty?
Desserts are dirty. Desserts are dirty, man.
Okay.
Who came up with their dessert? Come on, think about this. You have your meal. It's like meal time with the family. It's a very rigid thing. It's meal time with the family. And then the wife's like, the kids are asleep. It's like, yeah, so what? Here's some dessert. It's like, what? Dessert.
Cherry pie?
Yeah, cherry pie. You know what we're saying. Bow chicka wow wow.
Devin's tried so hard not to laugh.
All right, let's talk some military strategy now. So, Devin, I like the gun. I like back Devin's channel. Hello, Clinton Parks, the Rear Admiral. Boom, boom. Devin, I really do like that game, the gun shooter, the gunslinger. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, that's
that is a fun card. It's not card and dice really. It's just cards, fast action card, but it's cool. It's the Marshal had a bad day. That's all I can say.
Oh, he had a horrible day.
I think everyone and their mother shot the Marshal. I
thought the kid was gonna get lit.
I thought he was gonna get. Anyway, Devin, can you for people who don't know about that game, and can you just tell us a little bit about that game? Because I can't do it justice. It's a fun game. Check it out on the OG, the original Grognard's channel, which it's a tabletop game, and it's a lot of fun because he's storytelling, and it's fun. So, Devin, tell us about that game. I like that
basically, game. It's just a man-to-man Wild West gunslinging, shootout at the OK Corral, fun goodness where you're just blasting away with each other. There's no dice in it. I mean, everything is a card-driven system. You use cards to determine what your actions are each turn, and then you use cards to draw for when you're shooting at people. But yeah, it's just I call it a game of micro tactics because each turn is 2 seconds long, and there are 5 impulses in each turn. So basically, each turn is just a little over a half a second. So yeah, it's you're getting down to the seconds of do I draw? Do I drop? Do I jump behind the trough? You know, what do I do? It just overall, it's a real fun game. And since it's man to man, it's great for narrative. I mean, you just have to be able to tell the story in your mind as you're going along. And that's one of the reasons why I like the lower level games like that, the man, the squad, and the platoon level. It's just
it was interesting how you explained that too, and that wasn't with that. That was with another game you're showcasing, and you showcased a couple of games on your channel. And we'll talk about those in a moment.
The space one too, right?
Yes,
Space Marines,
Space Infantry. Yep,
infantry. I'm sorry, but
they're space.
The West one, the gunslinger. Interesting setups because you can do different scenarios, but it was a lot of fun.
Now here's something for you, Al. I know you don't like Title Bout because it's card. It's flipping cards. That's pretty much all Title Bout is.
Right. The game is excellent. Let me say that.
Yeah.
It's a very well. I have the original Title Bout. I'm gonna break it out. I'll play it on my channel. I just have to play it a few. It's the card flipping.
Yes.
If Anthony has his game, Bleacher Bums Gaming, coming out in May. Glory Days Boxing. I'm purchasing it. I was lucky enough that he let me have a beta. I've played it on my channel. If Title Bout had something similar, I would get that also. I love Anthony's game. Check it out if you like boxing or a sports simmer. It's a great game.
He released the list of boxers today, by the way.
Oh, did he?
Yes, he did. You go back and we, because that's how.
Because I got to check out his tomato can championship. I haven't seen that.
He was
yet.
going to stream that live, and
yeah, on YouTube.
The YouTube thing came out, but there's quite the blooper in Anthony's live stream today.
Yeah, I read a little something about that when I started to listen to it outside. My dad wanted to go outside and smoke a stogie, so I sat out there with him. But my internet connection which I paid $4 gazillion for my internet connection. But anyway. So go ahead. I'm sorry, Devin.
Oh, no, not a problem. The guy who designed Titlebout 2, because Titlebout 2 just came out. He just released it. He also did a Gladiator game using the same engine, but you have more. It's not just purely flipping cards. You actually have choices in it. And he's also working on a gunslinging version that's going to kind of be based on the Gladiator, where you have more choices rather than you're just flipping cards all the time.
Right, because a boxing game. Now the Titlebout PC game's excellent, and the Titlebout board games are excellent, but they're pretty much a straight sim. You pick two fighters.
Is the first one now a card flipper too? Is
yes. And the problem with the card flipping is you had X amount of cards, and they start to wear. I mean, I used to tape the cards back together, and I played the living. I still have my notebooks of all the fights I did, the tournaments. I mean, I could show you. I played the game a lot, and it's downstairs. And I will break it out, and we'll see if we'll play it. It's just I really love Anthony's game. I really do. I like the dice rolling, and it's just a fun game. And Titlebout 2 is a gorgeous game. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like card flipping. I play Titlebout, the PC game. I have a tournament going. I do other bouts outside the tournament. It's fun. I like boxing. Boxing's probably next to baseball my favorite sport. They're probably 1-1, 1-1A, or however you want to put that. But that's cool. That's cool. I actually asked, and we'll talk about this a little tomorrow, but I actually asked Dave Koch, I think it was his son, someone who had the same last name, a relative, I would assume. Would you ever do a boxing game? Because they do their sims so well. Like, they're not into that. So I was like, that's too bad. But I don't have to worry now because I got Anthony's game. So.
Yeah, so that list came out today.
I'm going to have to check that out. So the Gunslinger game I like a lot. The other games you introduced look cool. Tell us about those. There is a Cold War scenario, 1985. Yep. See, Devin's like, son of a bitch, he really does watch my stuff. I'm like, yes, I do.
I know you watch my stuff, Al. I've never doubted that. I have recently been contacted by the owner of Lock and Load Publishing, and he has hired me on, I guess you could say, as
Let me just say, hats off to you, Devin. Well deserved, well earned. Bravo.
Thank you. So he's brought me on as a reviewer / playtester, which really isn't as impressive as it sounds. But hey, I'm going to work it for all it's worth. It basically means I get free copies of all his games that his company publishes, and he wants me to do videos, unboxing videos, play videos, and put in feedback and reviews and do videos for him and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm more than happy to do that. But the biggest thing for me is the two games that he started me off with was a game called World of War 1985 Storming the Gap, which is a remake of a game that I wouldn't say it is in my top 10. Number 5 or number 6, depending on my mood and how my day is. That's how much I love this game. And this is a complete overhaul of the complete system, because the first edition was just poorly written.
Oh, someone's out.
Catfish is out. Catfish is out.
Catfish is out. Oh, is he out? Is he out? Oh, no. Yep, he's out. Oh, you can barely see him back there. He's heading back in.
As soon as you start talking about Fulda, he started coming out.
Yep, his nose is kind of poking out. I just think it's amusing. Everything shuts down as soon as the stupid catfish shows up. But so
he is the mascot of the show.
He is the mascot of the show, and he is lunch someday, probably. So I was really, really happy that he asked me. I'm not the only guy who does. There's a couple other guys that I know that are in the military community, the military wargaming vlogging community that do it as well. But just to be to be elevated, I guess you could say, to that status, or that he enjoys my work enough that he would want me to do presentations for his company. That's just absolutely
That's
huge.
awesome. That's again, this gentleman in this company approached Devin. That is so cool. We're so happy for you, Devin.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
And so that 85, that's a Cold War scenario, obviously.
Yep, 1985, Soviets pouring through the Fulda Gap into Germany, and the whole balloon going up, and NATO and Warsaw Pact savaging each other brutally. It's at the platoon scale, which is kind of right in my sweet spot. I like the squad, I like the platoon scale, and it's Cold War gone hot, which is another one of my favorite eras.
Yeah,
World War II,
it's a what if scenario.
Well,
so.
I'm a Cold War veteran. When I was in the service, I was trained to fight the Soviets. That's what it was. It is what it is. So it's an era that I lived through, and it's interesting to see what if. So I'm real happy about that. I will be getting some gameplay videos on that probably in a couple weeks. But he also tasked me with his other game. It's called Space Infantry Resurgence, which is kind of a solitaire game. Well, not kind of. It is a solitaire game where you control a squad of space infantry, and you can build up your squad however you want. You go on missions and you shoot stuff up, and there's different types of aliens that you can shoot up. And there's dark acolytes, and there's the deep root, and there's the xenomorphs, and a whole bunch of really cool stuff. Again, this is a remake of another game that the company put out 10 years ago or so, but he's just updating it and re-releasing it. So yeah, that gameplay, probably going to record that this week. I wanted to get that David asked. It's like I'd really like to get some gameplay on Space Infantry first. Like, yeah, no problem, you got it. I will.
So is that one closer possibly to release?
No. Actually, the World at War is actually the closest to release.
Oh, okay.
Actually, the Kickstarter on it has already been completed, and it's going to ship in July.
Now, has he ever thought of putting some of those on I think we talked about this offline. I think
you're going to love this. He's got a tactical squad system, lock and load tactical, and he is converting every single module and virtually every single scenario to computer. Can be played against the AI, can be played against.
That's awesome. I will.
It's what it is it's going to be one of those modular things like Panzer or Battleground World War II, the one you and I played, the computer game on Steam, the World War
Operation Order of Battle.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
that's a fun game.
You'll be able to download the base thing for like free, and I'll have like 2 or 4 scenarios in it.
Yeah.
And then whatever modules you want, you just pay like $8 or $10 and get like 12 scenarios.
I'm definitely I tell the story because I tell the stories, right? The Tiller, I wanted to learn Tiller.
You're going to like this because it is much easier than Tiller.
Okay.
I mean, it's right about the same. It might be just a touch more difficult than Order of Battle.
That's fine.
If you click on it, it'll show you where you can move. Shoot. It's a lot easier.
Order of Battle to me is a fun game. I know there's military, and again, I'm not a military streaming channel. I've put up a few things. OG found me a couple of games. I thank them very much. I enjoy it, but I wanted something else to go with it. And there's some games I had, I'm like, it's not what I thought. But I don't have the room to do a tabletop military strategy game. And I honestly, at my age, I don't have the patience to go through the rules like you do. So what I like about Order of Battle, it just explains it as you're playing it. I mean, you can go here, do this, and you still got to read the rules, and you get foobarred because you're not doing something, and you get used to it. But yeah, I was just curious because I think we had talked offline, because when you said, oh, these games are cool, I would love to. I mean, you see when I do my card and dice for I have a limited space, but I know those games. It's not, you know what I mean? I know baseball, I can figure it. Not that I can't figure out military strategies, but it's easier for me on the PC. And I see that game, even like Gunslinger. I'm like, oh God, I'd love to play. Now there's a game on Steam that's I figured out is similar to that, but I would love to play that Gunslinger because it's so much fun. And again, the Marshal had a bad day.
Oh, he had a very bad day. It just took one right through the heart. Dead.
Yeah.
Not even Miss Pity could save him, huh?
No, I thought I thought the kid was going to be in trouble, but everyone just turned around and went, "Let's all shoot the marshal." I'm like, "You sons of bitches." That's a fun. So the next, will we get another gunslinger video?
Yeah.
soon?
Oh yeah. Yeah. But kind of right now, I am kind of focused on doing those videos for Space Infantry and for World of War, which will probably take me another month, probably just because I tend to be slow like that. But we will be getting back to Gunslinger. As far as I know, Dave's going to let me into the beta playtesting for the Lock and Load tactical computer. So
Oh, that's awesome.
we're probably going to be seeing some videos on that. So yeah, we're probably going to be seeing some
When-
more Lock
when
and
you-
Load
When you
stuff.
get closer to that stuff, or when these games release, you know, make sure we put that stuff in the chat links and stuff like that. That way, if people want to check, if they're into the tabletop portion of military strategy or the gunslinger, well, his gunslinger's not his. I'm sorry, but that's a fun game. Whatever his games are, let's put them in the chat and stuff. And I'm interested in the PC stuff just because it's easier for me to learn that.
It is a lot.
I'll be right there. I'll be right back in a moment. So the helm is yours, gentlemen.
No,
No.
I got a question for Devin. You a fan of the Steel Panther series?
I used to be. I used to play the hell out of Steel Panthers when it first came out, like 2001, 2002, until I found the way to break the system.
Oh.
Which is just basically find the enemy headquarters and kill it, and everything is out of command, and they begin failing morale checks left and right. And it's just not fun at that point because all the units are listed the main company commander A0. So you just move your cursor around over the enemy units till you find A0, which is their headquarters unit. Kill that, and it's yeah.
Because a few years ago, I bought the enhanced download versions of the World War II version and the Modern Battle Tank version.
Mm-hmm.
And the annual patch came out this week. And I guess it's probably the last annual patch for 2 or 3 years. I mean, they've really hundreds of new scenarios and campaigns and stuff. I was just wondering what your opinion of that was.
Overall, it's not a bad game. Like I said, I played the hell out of it originally back in the day. I used to make your own campaigns where you'd have your own force and just go through a bunch of random battles and stuff like that. But like I said, it's just the command and control kind of torqued me off a little bit when I figured out how to break the system. But I mean, it's obviously it's stood the test of time. I mean, they're still putting stuff out for it.
They just did their
community for it. So
the 2 people that are working on it have just done their 20th annual update. They went from Windows 98 and DOS to Windows 10 for crying out loud.
Oh yeah.
Orders of battles. It's one of those things that I've started a couple times going, I know, I can get through the main battle tank, the modern version. If you're not familiar with it in the chat, it goes from 1950 to 2025. So I've done the tutorial, which is the US versus Iraq.
Yeah, that would be a good tutorial, all right.
Yeah, just don't play as the Iraqis. And,
exactly.
And even I won, but I didn't do it in the prescribed amount of time. It's interesting because it's retro graphics and stuff like that.
It is very retro graphics. It's not 3D graphics, really.
You get the free version. You get, I think, play on Windows, and the best screen resolution is 640 by 480.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's just straight out of 1999, man. But if you buy the CD version or the enhanced version, you can actually window it and play it in a window, and it somehow it does 1920 by 1080 in a window, and so it just looks really bad. But they've done. I mean, it's just endless what you can do with it, and I thought of you when they said that because it's because you do that's platoon squad level.
Yep.
So. Yeah, that's the other gaming question I had for Alan. I just see a squiggly line in a mute there. So,
so he'll be back. Actually, yep, there he is.
Here he is now. All right. So the question I had for you, Al,
penis.
I will be right back.
Okay, I'm not going anywhere for another 40 minutes or so. Borderlands Was there no
awesome.
expansion, or what was that you were streaming the other night?
The Borderlands. That's Borderlands 1. Can you hear me? Am I
I
back
can
on?
hear you fine.
Okay, sorry.
The cat
and
can hear you. She's now meowing at the door.
Hello, Emily. Emily the cat. That was a funny story on your stream with Emily the cat. That was another good one. Ron, you were on fuego. Yeah, Borderlands, and I'll be playing a little more. I'll probably, after this is over, play a little bit. I don't know if I'll stream it, but I'll play a little bit. That's Borderlands 1. That came out in 2008 or whatever, a while back. They enhanced it. So if you bought it on Steam, you got the enhancement free.
Oh,
and
cool.
I bought that on sale like for $8 or something. Way back.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Steam has great sales.
Oh yeah.
And so that's what I was playing the enhanced. But Borderlands 1, I've only we're gonna do a little gaming talk, and Devin will come back and tell you about Borderlands 2. And Ron, you can tell us about the games you know games you just enjoy.
Mhm.
Borderlands, this 1 and 2.
Talked about it before, yeah.
Yeah, 1 and 2. Yeah, fun games. They get it. It's a fun game. It makes you laugh. It's a game, people. Remember, if you don't like shooting games, you don't want to shoot things. I get that. It's a game.
It was fun though when the blind dude pulled the shotgun on.
Oh,
you.
the blind dude. That's TK Baha. He's a really fun character, and you go on missions. But it's funny you mentioned that, because when I went to pick these up, I said, "Can I pre-order Borderlands 3?" Because Devin told me it's not going to be out on PC. For on Steam. I can't hear Devin.
Can't hear you, bud.
Can't hear you. Did I mute him?
Okay, how about that? No,
Yeah.
I muted myself.
Okay. Yeah. So, and
My
I'm
wife's been trying to do that for years.
yeah. Boom, boom. Tip your waiters and waitresses. He's here all week.
Yeah,
So-
sorry.
Try to veal. That's what I forgot to say. The hello, James Powers. As he's saying, sorry to Bob. Oh boy, he made Bobby mad. Don't make Bobby mad. She will ban you.
She's got the
She's
wrench.
got the wrench of power.
And
we have
unlike the
Jason-
Red Sox, she knows how to use it.
Yeah, Jason Parker goes, and hello, Jason Parker and Will. That's W Vogs. Check out that channel.
Yeah.
And Todd B's here. He's Jason Parker goes. He's so polite. He goes, Al, I don't know if you know, the Red Sox shit themselves and lost again. He didn't say that, but I know what he meant. They lost on a walk-off hit. Yay, Red Sox! Hashtag spring training. What matters? Anyway, but the Borderlands, great game. So much fun. I highly recommend it. I pre-purchased or put the down, whatever it is. You put the $5 on the game so I can get it the first day. And usually you can get it the first day anyway, but this is how much I love the game. Now, I want Borderlands 3 to be like Borderlands 1 and 2. You don't have to change it up too much. And from what I saw of the trailer, they just spruced up the colors, more guns, and fun characters. That's all I need. Where I think, and this is just my opinion, we've talked about this before, Red Dead Redemption 2, where I lost, there's too much of the cutscenes. I just want to play the freaking game. That's just me. Borderlands, they have cutscenes. They're funny. I think that's like with Strange Brigade. To me, it's funny. It's fun. I like it.
Oh, Strange Brigade just was morbidly humorous.
Oh yeah. And if I can get by that freaking part, we will stream it again. It's just, I know everyone wants to watch Al struggle for 45 minutes and go, okay, that's the end of the stream. I got killed 9,000 times by this stupid thing that I can't kill. Todd B. Al changing the channel name to Al, former Red Sox fan. No. that is funny. That's a good one, Todd. I wonder if Todd, we're always looking to see who wants to come on once in a while. Maybe Todd might qualify with his sense of humor. Tribes fan I'd love to have on, but Tribes is like, I don't want to come on. You people are nuts. No, Tribes, I like Tribe. So. But yeah, Borderlands, a really, really, really fun game. Devin, what I fell in love with, and again, I can tell you the games I've actually finished in my lifetime. Borderlands 1 and 2. Guns, Gore, and Cannoli, the first one. Guns, Gore, and Cannoli 2, I'm almost done. I just stopped playing because, again, you get to that part and you just...
Still Rizzuto in it? Holy...
Oh, if you've not seen... Guns, Gore, and Cannoli, just fun. The music's phenomenal. I can't play the music when I stream because you get copyright hits. But again, there's plenty of people who do their bigger channels, so somehow they're allowed to do it and not get copyright hits. And again, fun game, highly recommend it. So I finished that. Red Dead Redemption, finished the first one. Call of Duty, when I first found out, I've told the story. I was almost done, and my at the time, my very young nephew, who's now in college, he's a kid, he goes, Uncle Al, there's zombies at the end. I go, what? You like zombies? They're at the end. At the end. Well, shit, I'm finishing this. And there were zombies at the end, and then I got hooked on. I buy that game. I'm an idiot. I buy the game just to play zombie maps. So, yeah. So, Devin, my love with Borderlands is it's fun. It makes you laugh. The guy Marcus is hilarious.
Well, they're all hilarious, and that's the great thing about it. It doesn't take itself seriously. Okay, sure, there's a storyline. Yeah, there's quests. Yeah, there's some cutscenes, especially when you hit bosses and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, for the most part, it's just going out and killing stuff to get more guns so you can kill more stuff.
It's what it's about. Killing fake stuff.
It's mindless fun.
First of all, we have an update on Tribes Fan. He says he will come on. So,
Woohoo!
Second of all, shooting fake bandits is okay, people. Bandits. Yeah, Bobby's like, no zombies. She doesn't like zombies. So when we have Bobby on, we're going to be talking about.
There aren't any zombies in Borderlands. Oh yes, there is.
Oh, the download.
Yes, there is. Yep,
I finished that one. I finished that one twice. I played it on normal and then hard. Now, all fairness, on hard, I was going to die at the end. I died, right? But then when you spawn back in, the stupid big monster, you get to spawn in and got stuck in a spot. I'm like, oh, sucks to be you. I'm over here and you can't get me because I'm still up top. And now it lets me shoot it. I'm not coming down there. I'm going to shoot you from a safe distance. I blew him up. My cousin, my nephew was laughing. He goes, that's not fair. I'm like, it's fair in Uncle Al's book.
We watch from the safety of the helicopter as Jim masturbates the wildebeest.
I don't know if I streamed this. My younger nephew, Chris, Red Sox fan, I've done a few streams with him, right? We're playing Guns, Gore, and Cannoli on PlayStation, right? PlayStation 4. And I'm like, this Godzilla rat is like one of the hardest boss battles. It's like in the middle of the game. It's just it's really tough to beat. You got to get the timing down. It's a platform game. So you get that down. I'm like, we don't even have to do this. I go, listen, you stay up here. I keep getting killed down here, but because you're alive, you can keep shooting at it and we'll win. And of course, it's like, we're almost got the stupid thing killed, right? And he's like, I want to come down. No! Yeah, and we both get killed, have to start all over again. I'm like, why don't you listen to Uncle Al? Uncle Al will not steer you wrong. Some of my best fun memories of playing video games with my nephews is with my Red Sox fan, Chris, Red Sox fan. And we were playing zombies one time on Call of Duty, right? And we're playing online, so only 2 people can play, and there's other 2 people we don't know. You know, you just people on the internet, you're just playing. They were cool, right? So we're switching off the controllers because there's 3 of us, right? And my older nephew Nick's watching, and Chris would sometimes panic in the game, right? I'm like, Chris, it's a game. You don't have to, you know, it's okay. If it's, and he goes, no, I'm not scared. I just get to, and he, as a kid, when he played, because he's in high school now, he would jump. Like he'd stand up and do all this stuff. I'm like, and he'd distract you, right? I'm like, Chris, just calm down, right? So I'd sit way away from him because you're catching out of the corner of your eye, right? And he goes, I got stinky guns, and I'm like, and you can't drop guns to help. You know, it's not the way that gameplay is. Long story short, I go, just cover this one window. If you get in trouble, you just tell Uncle Al and I'll come help you, right? Next thing I know, my older nephew, Nick, Red Sox fan, goes, run, Uncle Al. Just like, I wish we were recording. And like in the camera, you could see him. And like, again, this is way before I ever started doing YouTube, right? He goes, run. I go, what do you mean? And you see my young nephew's Chris character go flying past the screen, right? He goes, there are 2 million zombies coming. He just let them all through the window. I went, what? And they're like all pouring through. I'm like, Chris, what are you doing? Why didn't you? So now I'm running a loop. And I get all the zombies. Long story short, there's an escape pod to go to a different location so you can try to regroup. I'm coming back, Chris. Like I killed half of them. I ran out of ammo and stuff. I'm like, don't hit the button to the escape pod. So again, I wish I recorded. My little character, his foot is literally going to step on the escape pod. And he looks right at me as we're sitting on the couch and goes, I'm sorry. I went, what? And he left me. He left me there to die. He left me there to die. I'm like, you got to be. And so now I'm running a loop in this area because you could buy hand grenades off the wall, and I'm bouncing them off the wall, trying to blow up the and I get killed. And I'm sitting there, and I turn to him, and my sister, his mother, comes down. He goes, stop talking loud. I go, your son just left me to die in the zombie apocalypse. He goes, I didn't mean to do it. I panicked. I go, I was right there. I know. Why'd you hit the button? I don't know. Then
That's awesome.
it was fun. Again, I wish then we're playing Borderlands, right? Borderlands 2. And I would give him all the best guns. He's older now. They're much better gamers than I am now, right? But I'm sitting there going, Chris, go up on that high spot. We're clearing out a town of bandage, right? And I go, just look down and see if there's anyone up there. I've lobbed a couple of grenades, but I think there's a couple more guys up there. He goes, nope, they're all gone. You sure? Yep. I go, why don't you, I ran out of grenades, Chris. Why don't you throw a grenade up there? Nope, all gone. You sure? Yep. Okay. So Uncle Al's character starts going up the little ladder. There's a big dude with a shotgun, blasts me right in the face, and my guy dies, right? I'm sitting there going, I turn to him and I go, Crit, and he goes, my bag. I'm like, I go, did we not see the big guy with the shotgun? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I always joke with Chris now. I go, in a zombie apocalypse, Uncle Al, don't leave me. And he goes, oh, I'm going to leave you, just like in the game. I go, yeah, I know you will. Yeah. Anyway, it's fun stuff. Borderlands, great game.
I have the nephew that we buy the jelly beans for, and he wants you to tell which one. Yeah, we talked about this last week or the week.
Yeah, but still, tell it again, because some people might. That is so nasty, that jelly bean game.
Oh yeah, so Jelly Bellies makes for Halloween, Christmas, whatever, they make a variety pack, and sometimes it's nice and sweet, and sometimes it's barf.
Yeah, barf.
And it tastes like barf.
It tastes like nasty popcorn.
The lawn clippings wasn't bad, but it actually tasted like lawn clippings.
Yeah. Why people want to torture themselves with that, I don't know, but yeah.
And so he would sit there, they come up once a year and we do a family party together for the holidays. It was, my dad was still alive, so it might have been the last year that my dad was alive.
Okay.
And so this kid is just having the time of his life, just shoving jelly beans into people's mouths, and I let him do it to me too. And just slating to see, who was spitting them out and who would actually eat it. Oh, this is actually licorice, which I really don't like anyway. And
I don't like licorice either.
Like, oh yeah. I mean, there was actually spitting on the floor of that. And this kid just took great delight. He's just like not his Uncle Ron, but his great Uncle Peter. And just being the most, getting more mileage out of being disgusting than you could possibly ever be.
But he's going to always remember that fun memory.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah.
Just like you do. And it's fun. I know exactly, because they brought those. I think it started because I said someone brought those to work a few years back and knew exactly what I was talking about. That's the game. You spin the little spinner, and it's like, hey, you're either going to get something that tastes like crap.
They were all in a box together. And so you honestly, there wasn't a spinner here. You honestly did not know if you were getting Tutti Frutti or the earwax.
Oh, so you just okay. They had a spinner.
Uncle Ron, you trust me? No.
Yeah, they had a spinner, right? And they were all in one box, and you got to try to pick out. Like when you pulled it out, they were like in a little holding container thingies.
Okay,
like
that's even more devilish.
Yeah, and you have to sit there and you go, and there's two that look this. You know what I mean? And you're like,
they look exactly the same.
Yeah, and you're sitting there going, oh God, I hope this isn't. And I hit barf.
Is it lime or is it grass clippings?
It's gross.
Yeah,
I
took great delight in that. It was wonderful.
Now, you know what's cool about Chat with Al? OG just found a tabletop Godzilla game. That's freaking awesome, man. That is. Todd B says, OG, is there a Godzilla tabletop game? OG says, yes, here it is. Simsalabim, baby.
Now, do you own it, Devin?
I used to. I owned a copy of it years ago, but I think it was one of the copies that the multitude of games I lost after I got out of the service. So, but there was a point that I did own the creature that ate Sheboygan.
The creature that ate Sheboygan got hot.
I went to that Dairy Queen and it was all you could eat. I don't know why they claimed to eat the whole town, but I just wanted my dipped ice cream cone. Damn it!
They had I think it was on the PS2. A Godzilla fighting game. It was awesome. and you literally picked, like, you could fight in Boston, and you could wreck Fenway Park, and you could wreck every building you fought. It was basically wrestling with monsters and destroying buildings, and you had your special talents, so but it was
That was on page 24 of Cosmo, right?
yes.
Wrestle with my monster.
I wrestled with my monster. Anyways, always goes back to Cosmo and wrestling with your monster. As Todd B says, sweet, but I don't think he means what we're talking about.
Yes.
But yeah, it was a really fun game, and they had all the characters from Godzilla, and I can't name them all, but you know what I mean. If you've seen Godzilla movies, they even had like Gamera, who was, I think, in one or a couple, but Gamera was like its own little spin-off and stuff. Rodan, and that's a lot of fun. Yeah, so there are, it's video games, I think, are taking themselves a little bit too serious now. I want to go back to play. I at work, I named, this is a quick list of my top 5 video games, sort of. And they can change. It's not so, but I was late to Left 4 Dead games because I didn't have an Xbox. Left 4 Dead are the fun. First of all, the AI are idiots. You're trying to shoot zombies. They walk right in front of you and they go, "Stop shooting me." Well, stop walking in front of me, jackass. But it's a game you just pick up and play. There's something about just picking up a game and playing that once you get the hang of it, you can leave it for 3 months. Go back. I want to play some Left 4 Dead, and you can play it. Okay, that's one. And they're not in any particular order. Borderlands, love them. Okay, the third one, or I didn't like I hate when there's no gravity. That drives me nuts. That's certain. And it's just that ruined it for me. But
well, the biggest thing that I hated about the pre-sequel is that you're playing all the bad guys. You're basically playing everybody you end up killing in 2.
Yeah, but they weren't bad guys then.
Oh, please.
Well,
Jack was the only one that wasn't full-on bad guy yet. He became bad guy at the end.
He
we can thank Lilith for that.
Yeah, but he had great lines though. Whoever writes those lines, he had even as the bad guy, you're sitting there going, I could have a beer with him. He might try to kill me, but we should have a beer first and then kill him.
And it's like, as old as I am, it's like, well, was Jack really right? I think so. I think he was.
Yeah, that's when you listen to the story, it's like Jack was right. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. You should have listened to Jack. So Todd B says he liked the 3-headed monster too. That was cool. That's on. They're releasing a Godzilla movie with all the monsters.
Yep.
Yeah, basically a remake of it.
Yeah, but there won't be the short Japanese guy in the rubber suit that you can see his face in the neck of Godzilla.
No, but it actually looks pretty cool. I like Godzilla movies. I didn't like the one with Matthew Broderick where Godzilla basically humped him.
Stupid.
Yeah, they made Godzilla have his own baby. What? Godzilla has a wife. Okay, he's a hardworking monster. He has a little boy. Yeah, come on. Let's not make him a weirdo thing. Come on. So, but yeah, Borderlands, Left 4 Dead, the zombie map games it's not a real game, but for the Call of Duty, they're fun.
I wish they'd reload faster for you.
Those are the mod ones. They're so good, but I want to play more of those. I can get it. No one watches them, but I do. I like playing them.
I watch them.
You could jump on the car. When you're in that showroom, it's like, wow, this is the coolest showroom I've ever seen.
I'm gonna do that one again because I think would be fun with that one. I can kind of defend that one when you're playing by yourself. I got to pick maps I can sort of be successful at.
Were you able ever to escape out of that room?
Yes, I did it on my 4th. Again, the game kept locking up on me and stuff like that, but I did it on my last try, and I almost got arrogant. I was like, I want to get some more kills. And then the thing I went red. I went, no, okay, enough of that. Let's just go. We got the money. Let's check out here. But I think I'm going to play that one again because there's I don't know how much, there's a box you get guns out of. And that game's really fun for 1 to 2 people. You put 4 people in that, you're going to dominate. But
you were 2 people. That map that you were doing that night would have been really fun with 2 people.
I've watched You Always Win. They play. I see what maps they play, and then I go, I like to play that. Now they play some cool maps. I've played a couple with my nephews and stuff. Like there's an incredible Raiders of the Lost Ark Last Crusade map. You can't play that by yourself. It's an impossible. I'm sure there's someone who's done it, who's really good. But if you remember in that movie, you have to crawl under the blades. The person who made this map put everything at that last. It's incredible, right? The problem is when you're crawling under the blades, the monsters, the zombies, they get to run through the blades. How, I don't know. So you need someone to kind of
Just say it. The AI cheats.
Yeah. Oh, and especially in football. But yeah, so those games and the mod maps are incredible. The ones I pick, I try to pick something I can be sort of successful at. I'm not the best player, but so I like those. And Guns, Gore, and Cannoli, again, it's so much fun. If you listen to the dialogue and if you've had the game, you know the music is absolutely, from the time period, marvelous. And it just goes with the game so well. And I think those. Oh, I liked Civilization on the PS, whatever it was. That was a lot. I used to play the crap out of that game, but and sports sims. There's out of the ball. I just love them all. But so there's games. They have to be. Again, the video game genre to me, I love how it's. I like. They've gone too far, in my opinion. I don't want to do I want to play. It's sad for me that I bought a game for $3 on Steam called Call of Juarez. I think it's 2 or 1. I don't remember. But I can sit there and play it's like a survival mod. You just have to fight your way through the town to get where Billy the Kid is. Or you can play the scenarios and it's fun. I have more fun doing that than the game I spent freaking almost $70 on. And I'm sitting there going, why can't you go quickly through the story scenes? And to be honest with you, and again, I know it's sacrilegious. Red Dead Redemption 2, the story did not capture me like the first one. That's all I'm saying. I didn't like any of those people. They're all bad guys. I get it. They're fighting the Pinkertons. They don't like the Pinkertons. And they're fighting other bad guys. But there's no characters captured me like in the first one.
I told you guys this before when Dog was doing those live streams before Christmas.
Yeah, the great stuff.
It literally looked like you were watching a movie.
Yes,
I've never.
It's absolutely. Oh yeah, the gameplay for that, the cinematography. That's is beautiful. And when you play the game, there's a lot of. It's just I couldn't.
But yeah, you. I think it was you that said it. Just felt like you were doing all these multiple hours of a tutorial.
I want to get past that really quick. I want to do missions. I want to do what I want to do, and the online game pooped the bed, as we all thought. So, I mean, I'll go back and play it. I won't play it online, though. And it was not a fun, I'll tell you a fun game, but was way too short was, I can see it now. I can't think of the name, so it doesn't matter. But it was very much a Borderlands type of game, except by the time you got all the cool stuff, the game's over, and then you're just playing to find stuff. And I was like, yeah, that's not fun. There's no more missions. What the hell was it called? Anyway, I played a lot with my friends. That was fun. Nat King Curry the Fourth says, speaking Godzilla, you guys remember when Baby Godzilla, yes, blew the smoke and killed one of the heads of the monsters, I believe. That was awesome. What was Baby's Godzilla?
Godzuki. It was from I remember the cartoon.
Yep. Godzuki. The cartoon wasn't bad. I mean, again, Hanna-Barbera, but Godzilla, if I had like Godzilla as my friend, I'd be like, yeah, see that person there, go stomp on him. Mm-hmm. I don't like him or her. Doesn't matter. They're both a-holes.
But you just have the monkey, and it just kind of does things to it anyway.
I have the monkey and Gigi of the dice. Die. I shouldn't say die. No. But those are, and I know I'm going to think of some others, but they're just fun. You can pick them up and play. It's not. Oh, Diablo. That's the other one. Again, that was a ton. And again, there's a lot of different type of Diablo type-ish games, RPGs. So those types of games are fun. But I completed Diablo, where I got pretty far in Grim Dawn, and then like you stop for a little while, and then I didn't. And Grim Dawn's fun. So what are some of your favorites, Devin?
Oh, I enjoy it's more series that I enjoy. I can't really say that there's any one video game. I like Borderlands, obviously.
Yeah, that's just freaking awesome.
Top games. The Mass Effect series, except for the last 5 minutes of the third one and Andromeda, we'll forget about that. I like the Total War series. It's
the strategy.
Yeah,
like Napoleon.
Napoleon, Rome.
Yep, that's a good series. Yep.
Warhammer. Yeah, I've got most of those.
Steam had a great sale a while back.
Yeah. Anything from Paradox. They're grand strategy games because they just suck me in for hours and hours and hours. Civilization, although Civilization 6 I enjoyed, but the first expansion I really hated, and I haven't.
What was the space game you played?
Stellaris.
Stellaris.
Yeah, I kind of like that one.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I'm just waiting for I've got over 1,000 hours of the game, so I know the game. I'm just waiting for the next expansion now. At this point, it's like, there's nothing in it new that I want to try or do, so just gotta wait for the next DLC to come out.
And Ron, what are you had talked about the other week? There was a Wall Street game you liked.
Oh, Wall Street Raider.
Yeah,
you can make yourself a trillionaire.
Yeah, and then the train. I think it was a train sim.
I do a lot of trades. Not a lot. Trade sims and plane sims and stuff like that. The Microsoft flight simulators. You could pretty much set up to go on autopilot, so I get the plane to take off and steer it. And I mean, you don't really want me flying your planes or driving your trains or
driving that plane
or driving any car. I mean, I'm probably one of the last people you'd want behind the wheel of anything.
In a pinch, you'll do.
I don't know. I mean, if the zombies are behind us,
Ron, we're not leaving you behind. You're coming with us.
Your chances of survival might be 1% with me, but that's because I really can't play the shooter games.
Yeah.
I've got. Oh my God! If I don't want to know how much I've spent on games,
yeah, we all have that addiction, Ron.
Yeah, I know that. I wish. I mean, with Devin, I own a lot of the Paradox games. Once a year, they'll throw everything on sale, and you just pick stuff up. I really want to go through and do Crusader Kings and Europa Universalis. Hearts of Iron just gets worse and worse every time I buy it.
I stopped buying it.
And I
know what you mean.
Paradox games is that although that there's something that passes for a tutorial, I mean, it's like, and City Skylines I played a ton out of, but even with this super duper 8 gigabyte memory card I have in this thing or graphics card, it is the biggest goddamn processor hog I have ever seen. And so it slows right down. I just bought a game called City State. It was like $15 on Steam. And you get to inflict your own political will on the city. So it's much more of
you have to ask this question. What would they do with the chimpanzee that would wipe out the human race?
Hey, it runs smoother than City Skylines. City Skylines, you just wait for the day-night cycle to go through and anyway.
The order, if you said you had Order of Battle. That to me is a fun game.
I've done the tutorial. I've done a couple of tutorials for that.
I'm not good at the naval. I have to have Devin help me with naval war because I realized when he did the Coral Sea, I was actually now. Let it be known, I've lost that battle 14 times. So we didn't do too well.
So you play it as the Japanese and you feel better.
No, you can. I have that. I don't know about that scenario. I have other scenarios. I've played. I did really well with the Burma Road, and that's because that was one of those things that fascinated. I've talked about that, but it's fun when you kind of know what you're supposed to do, and it's like Devin says, it's a very forgiving. I mean, it tells you what you can do, and again, I like that. I want to sit and play. I think Devin said in one of his streams, I want to play games, and he's talking about tabletop games. So I want to sit and enjoy the game I'm playing. He goes, when I was younger, I didn't mind going through 43,000 pages of this, but now I want to sit and play. When it comes to military strategy games or any game, I want to sit and play and just enjoy. If I enjoy it for 2 hours and that's it, that's fine with me. But I want to enjoy the games I play.
That's the thing with me in military games. I've got a lot of them. I said, okay, I'm going to learn I'm going to figure this out. God damn it. And I'm going to learn to play it. And I remember when Devin and I did that interview, it's like, okay, why do I default back to sports games? Because I don't need to do 19,000 hours of prep work just to play the game.
Well, I think that's...
I don't, and then you sit there and go in the forums, which Devin is right. We'll talk about him like he's not here. You're always here, buddy. Don't worry about that.
We missed
And
you a lot.
you make the mistake of going in the forums and reading the forums because you should never do that. And he's absolutely right. And it's like, okay, yeah, I kind of know what starter or what running back or whatever to use, and I know basic, football and baseball strategy, but I'm not going to sit here and go through read the Art of War. Well, I'm playing a tank game. How the hell what does the 13th century Chinese have to do with the fact that I can't put my panzers in before my infantry? Why do you send your infantry in front of your panzers? Isn't that the whole point of having a tank game? Don't you lead with the armor before you stick?
Well, sort of yes and sort of no. Devin can explain.
And that's not something that I'm very, very
you're
at. And so
right, and you want to. Yep.
Yeah, it's I don't want to sit here and do 5. We've talked about EVE Online. I don't want to sit here and do 7,000 hours of prep work just to get blipped in 2 seconds.
Yeah, and with that, and even with Order of Battle, you kind of know. But again, I just said it. I'm familiar with that scenario, so I kind of. And then they're like, someone says, "Oh, you had tanks." I'm like, "Yeah, they didn't have tanks. That's not my problem. They gave me they said, I saved you have X amount of points to get stuff, and tanks were an option. I knew the mistake they made was they had no armor. Guess what? I had tanks, and it helped." So.
Or the other thing is when you go to learn one of these grand strategy games and you make the mistake of just clicking on the first video on top of the YouTube search, and it's sometimes the 8-year-old kids are the best ones to go, and you get some people in there who think they are God's gift to comedy. Now I can tell you that everything that we do here is pretty much unscripted. So they're sitting there, okay, I gotta get this joke in, and I gotta call everyone guys all the time. You can't go folks or anything like that. And it's like, you've turned me off so much by the fact that you think that you're Guy Smiley presenting this shit that you don't learn anything about what you're actually doing.
I think it's funny you brought this a little different subject. And hello, W. Vogs. He wanted another shout out. I gave it to him. So, and check out all the wonderful content creators in the chat and everybody. They're good people. So comedy is about timing, not rehearsed.
What?
That's my opinion. Yeah. That's just my opinion. So exactly. What?
Yeah, no, you're right. But when you do something and you're
explaining
something,
yeah, you shouldn't have comedy in that.
There shouldn't be any comedy because you're going to lose people. I'm trying to figure out how to play. I mean, Europa. As much as Paradox wants to shove Hearts of Irons down your throat, Europa Universalis is the hallmark of that franchise, and it's the game I really, really want to learn how to play because you can go on your own schedule. You can be as aggressive as you want on it. You can be as timid as you want by it. If you want to play the Tualua whatevers from the one state, Figment state, city-state in Germany and try to conquer the world, be my guest. You can do that.
Yep.
And with Hearts of Iron, it got away from, it just became, I keep waiting for the aliens to come down. The AI is comically bad. Even I can beat it. And come on, it's not what I want to do. So there's a strategy, Matrix has an overall World War II strategy game out. Strategic Command, is that it?
I've seen that I have that. I played the Strategic Command World War I. It's like Axis and Allies to me, except a little more, and it was fun. I liked it. Now, some people, it's not real. I'm just playing the game. I just want something that's strategy.
I want some ahistorical aspects of it. If I'm going to sit there,
the world,
I want the chance to win. But
the World War I scenario I played, it was like Gallipoli. So I kind of knew the scenario
for you.
Yeah, you had to take the things quick. I knew that, and I got lucky once, and I was trying to figure the game out at the same time, so I really got lucky. I actually put something in the right spot that delayed the Turks from reinforcing. I took the 2 ports towards the bottom, and again, how accurate it is with the amount of troops I had, I don't know, but it's a fun game. I have the World War II one. I've not played it. I've attempted to play some grand strategy game. I don't like them. And it sucks because Ron came up with. See, I would come up with scenarios like I want to play as Mexico and take back Texas because I just thought it'd be fun, which I thought it'd be fun. But it's just so. Then I went with else. I picked a small country in Latin America, and I was learning the game.
You talking about HOI?
And it was okay.
Or Europa Universalis.
It was something 1930, one of those 1936 ruler game, like grand. They have like 3 or 4 of these games with different years, and it's that one I think. And I played as Italy in one. I had fun with the scenario, but it's so long to do stuff. I'm like, do I want to put more time into this? So
well, I mean, it's not something you're obviously going to sit and do. And
you really have to. And I've learned not to purchase those games anymore because you just hit it out of the ballpark round. And Devin will tell you have to really invest your time in those games. And I'm like, I just told you what I like. I like to sit down and play a game, and then maybe I don't play for 3 months and sit down and play a game again.
And the thing with Hearts of Iron is
take care, tribes.
Yes, you could turn it down so it doesn't get completely ahistorical. But when you turn it on and like Canada is now fascist, what?
I love it when Britain goes communist.
Because that was Oswald Mosley was really going to happen.
Yeah, no.
Gandhi develops nukes. Wait,
that happens in Civ. That's
that's funny. When I play as I'm like I'm gonna get a nuke. Oh, in Civ, I tell you, I once got a nuke, and I think I was trying to. China was ahead of me. And I was gonna nuke them, right? And they had the thing that blocked the nuke. I was like, I like wasted all my resources. I'm like, well, I'm screwed now. Anyway, there's some fun stuff in the chat. Let's go there because I know we're going to be ending soon because Uncle Ron. But there's some good classic horror. I think Todd brought that up. Todd B says, still watch the original Universal horror movies. That could be a show in its own. But I just want to touch that. I don't know how. Like we're going to go for another 3, 4, 5 minutes because I know Uncle Ron's got to go pretty soon. Those were the Universal films. Dracula. I think that was Dracula. Wolfman, Frankenstein, The Mummy. I think those were
The Invisible Man.
The Invisible Man. Those were fun movies. And then he also mentioned someone I had dated. She didn't know, Elvira, the Mistress of the Dark. And there's a couple of reasons why I dated her. Bow chicka wow wow.
Just a couple.
Yeah, and she was actually quite funny. I know they wrote the script for her, but it was a fun show. And every once in a while, they had a decent movie on there. Usually they were horrible, but yeah, classic horror monster movies.
Did you get Svengoolie?
The what?
Svengoolie in your area? It's one of those.
He's an Elvira ripoff.
Oh, Elvira is actually a ripoff of Svengoolie.
No, I think he came out after she did.
Did he?
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, it's the Frankenstein Floyd from SCTV type deal.
Yeah.
The move, the
Smellorama.
Right. The tip of my favorite SCTV with that was the 3D House of Representatives when Tip O'Neill trying to get you to sign the bill.
Yeah, good stuff there. But the classic monster. Oh, Creature of the Black Lagoon, the first one. I think I've told you that when I saw that in 3D. That was awesome. I mean, I saw that at a movie theater.
Is that the one with Brooke Shields?
No, that's Blue Lagoon.
That in 3D.
That was kind of a weird movie. It's PG, but brother and sister are pretending it's Game of Thrones. What? So
I want LMR's chair, by the way.
That was cool in their video. That was cool. She made that.
Did she really?
I believe. Yes, she did. I'm almost positive. You go back and look. I believe. Can you
imagine the people I could scare in downtown Burlington if I was driving around in a game?
Oh my God, that would be so cool. We got to get it for Uncle Ron. We got to get something to go on his chair. I see where you're going with this. I love it. The Dracula, the original. Now I saw the Bela. My dad actually has a picture with Bela Lugosi when he was a kid. He came to Springfield, and that's pretty cool. We have that in the front room. That's pretty. That's a good. I recommend if you have a Kindle because you can get Dracula for free. The book. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah, it's actually quite good. Then I watched the Nosferatus, which really that's the black and white, the silent, and it's really creepy. But the way I'm just gonna tell you, the sunlight kills him. It's kind of cheesy the way he goes. Yeah, it's kind of cheesy the way he goes out because you kind of want him to get whacked out with a stake or his head chopped off. But it was actually up into that point, and it's still a good movie. It's really creepy. I mean, it's like whoa there, and that was pretty well done. But Creature of the Black Lagoon in 3D was awesome. When they're shooting the arrows at him underwater, like whoa, and you're ducking and you're dipping and you're diving, that was cool. I like Wolfman with Lon Chaney Jr. That was a good storyline. Frankenstein, they're all good. I like those classic monster movies. And the horror genre when I was growing up just didn't capture the slasher stuff. I'm going to tell you why I watched it. Nudity. I'm not going to lie to you. Nudity. I watched it because of nudity. Once the nude scenes were over, I knew exactly. I've seen them so many times. I'm like, yeah, nude scenes are over. I'm done. I'm out of here, folks. I'm done. You know, I didn't have a VCR then. It's not, or DVR. It's just nude scenes over. Don't miss it. Okay. And those never captured me. When I got back into sort of monster movies, Lake Placid to me was an old school monster movie with Betty White. That is an entertaining movie. George Hamilton as Dracula was love at first bite. That was funny.
That was
Artie Johnson played Renfield, and there was a police who played freaking something. Benjamin played this.
Oh, Richard Benjamin.
He played the grandson of Van Helsing or something like that. And then there was a cop. Dick Shaw played the detective, and Richard Benjamin goes, "Look at that big hairy spider," because Renfield he was where, and he goes, boom, and he hit him and as he's getting knocked out, he goes, "You cheated! You hit me when I wasn't looking," and he falls down. But that was a funny movie. Love at first bite. The classic line was I don't remember who the woman was, the love interest for Dracula. She goes, "How about a quickie?" And he goes, "Never a quickie with you, always a longie." And it was just as funny. That was a funny. I forgot about that. That was Bram Stoker's Dracula with Anthony Hopkins was excellent. That's another. I'll tell you what's a good one if you guys like the classic horror genre. It was on Showtime. Penny Dreadful kind of had an interesting concept of that stuff, where they took all these those characters from literature, and they gave it a different spin to it, and it was really interesting. No real happy moments in Penny Dreadful, so don't wait for the Christmas episode. Ain't happening. They have a few moments, very few moments of dark humor. It's very brutal, and I recommend a binge watch at least 2 to that's not a binge, like 4 episodes to see if you like it, because that's one of those things when it came out, I tried to watch it like the first episode and I didn't like it, and then it was on a marathon. I sat and I liked it because I could see the progression with it, and it's only 2 seasons. They ended it after 2 seasons, so it was good. I liked it. I mean, again, when you hit that point in the show, which they didn't know I think more shows are doing this, and we're gonna leave pretty soon. They didn't know if they're coming back for season 2, so they kind of progressed everything really quick, and then they ended it in season. They weren't coming back for a season 3. So, but yeah, that was interesting. The classic horror movies, I really do enjoy those. The Thing, to me, classic. I could talk about those 3 movies. The classic one with James Arness as the monster, the one with Kurt Russell in the early 80s, then the prequel, which was excellent. That is, to me, such a good. It's too bad it didn't get the play it deserved. The prequel, where they take you to what happened before the Kurt Russell one. You're at that science station where everything happens originally. It's awesome. It's so good. And that was good. I like that whole series. So I do like the classic. I mean, even now, I like the classic, more monster type, like Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp. It was entertaining. I liked it. It made you laugh. Christopher Walken was in that. Headless Horseman, but I don't know what else. Lake Placid. The Godzilla with Matthew Broderick disappointed me, but I did like. I'm psyched to hopefully this next one, and they made a couple other ones. The one with the guy from Malcolm was he the father?
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Breaking Bad. That wasn't too bad. It was very dark, color wise or film. Like you're sitting there trying to watch the monsters fight, and you're like, "Who's winning? It's Godzilla. I should be able to see this," So I like that stuff. I do like the classic horror movies. That was a really cool question. So anyway, thank you, Todd B. I like that question. Young Frankenstein, hilarious. Frankenstein. And the horse. Remember that? Then the horse, or when they say Frau Bueller. Then Abbott and Costello meets Frankenstein. Freaking awesome.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I actually like that.
I love Rocky Horror.
That's entertaining. It's weird. It's an entertaining movie.
I still know all the words to every song in that movie.
Let's do more begin. Farm One says, "How many monsters to put a light bulb in a Godzillion?"
How many?
Godzilla. I that was when I was a kid. 4:00 movie. Godzilla Monster Week. That's like, yeah, don't talk to me. I need to get home. I need to prepare. I need my bowl of popcorn. I need whatever beverage. Usually iced tea.
Didn't realize how much they used little miniature models in those things because I was a kid, and so it was one that until it was funny how you see the actor's head in the throat of Godzilla. And so he's destroying a car in one of those early 60s movies, and you flip it over, and it's got the Matchbox copyright.
Oh yeah, they use it's hilarious. I always wished as a kid I had those toys. Like, God, I wish I had all those tanks. Because the Japanese, if you think about it, they had really no military at the time, but my God, in a Godzilla movie, they had that freaking arsenal. They was like everything, and nothing could stop Godzilla. Godzilla would squish them all. And I'm not going to get back to it, but how does Godzilla lose to King Kong? Bullshit.
Depends on what country you watch the movie, and they shot two different endings to that. For the American version, King Kong won, but in the Japanese one, Godzilla won.
Well, Godzilla should win. I don't understand how an electrical storm helps the primate, the gorilla. I don't get that. The other things like freaking nuclear who shoots fire, I would think the electrical storm.
Ray wanted to sleep with King Kong, so we don't need to go there.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. That was. Once you go King Kong, you don't go back.
That's true. So in the original, if you go, one of the scenes, one of the most famous bloopers of all time, either someone left a pair of pliers or a pair of scissors in with the miniatures because King Kong was a miniature.
Yeah, it was all clay that stopped.
Except for the hand that when Faye takes the ride up to the top of the Empire. But they realized that a piece of hardware was in the scene, and because it cost so much money to reshoot that, they just shot around it. Because
imagine that. That's that's happened in movies where you'll see people with wrist watches on. That's one of the classic.
It'd be like Star Wars scene, and you see a Dunkin' Donuts cup laying there. Do they really have that styrofoam in the 25th century?
They have Dunkin' Donuts on the Death Star.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going the dark side.
I think. I mean, again, the dark. You got it. I mean, again, don't believe that rebel crap. Come on, we have everything. Join the Empire. See the universe, galaxy, whatever the hell it's called. It's cool. So. Anyhow, so we had a fun chat. We had OG back. And as always, we had Uncle Ron Juckett of Retro Sports Network, OG, the original Grognard. We'll say our final farewells, and I'll be back on with Ron and I believe Dave Gardner tomorrow at 2. And Ron will tell you a little more about that. So we'll go to Uncle Ron. But I think first, let me do this. Thank you to Bobby Cantillano. Thank you to W. Vogs. Thank you to Farm One, Todd B., Tribes Fan, Dave Gardner, and many, many more. Nat King Curry IV, Danny and Grace Cards and Toys. Oh, man, I hope you're still there. Check out that channel. Sorry I missed that comment. He's a wonderful person. He says, how about Bret Hart getting attacked at the WWE?
Tonight was their
Was that real?
Yes, that was real. Tonight was their Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
Right, but I mean, was that a shtick or was that real?
No, that was real. Someone jumped the stage.
Holy crap. What's wrong with people? Wow, I did not see that. We got to get Mr. Utah Mike on to talk about that. Wow. James Power. Thank you. Jason Parker. Living My Rhapsody. Clinton Parks. Nancy T. The Fearless. I love that name. Fearless Mermaid. That's
I
awesome.
love it.
That first time they were in the chat, so that's cool. Baseball Doll. First time she was in the chat. Check out that wonderful channel. Baseball Demos with Dave. Stratomatic Delaware. Our good friend Chris. And I think there are other people, but it's only going to be Mary B. Sly. The Tank Benjamin. Larry Harris. He's always here. Larry Harris, good guy. And everyone else in the chat. Wonderful, wonderful people. And it will not let me scroll up anymore. So if I did not call out your name, if I missed it, we always say hello on the way in. Thank you for all your support. We greatly appreciate it. And now to Uncle Ron Juckett.
All right, so tomorrow at 2 o'clock, we're going to have Dave Gardner and Al, Red Sox fan, and I are going to discuss the Action PC line of games and what we like about them and such. I've done the basics for all but the basketball game and the golf. We'll do the basketball game, I think, next week. But Dave wanted to talk about the games and probably learn a couple things from Al and I. And so we're doing that tomorrow at 2, and Thursday night, I believe at 7:30, I'm going to do Ron Zuckett Show is going to have on baseball demos.
Cool. That's going to be a lot of fun.
And we're going to have a good time with that. So that's what, outside of the normal gaming stuff, that's what I'm doing in the next
That's
week.
on Monday?
Thursday night. Thursday night at 7:30.
As D. Scott Howard asks, am I late? Well, yes.
Yes. It's 9:41 Pacific. It's still yesterday out there, Al.
Hey, can we get the numbers from him and play them now? Or something like that?
Yeah, but what are the Powerball numbers?
Or do we give him the numbers?
643.
Good night, Teresa.
12.
Devin Smith. 6, 4, 3, 8, 7. What's that Jenny number? 9, 6. Come on, Bobby knows that one.
867-5309.
8, 7. I don't even know. Jesus Christ.
For a good time call. That's why Al never had a good time, because he could never remember 867-5309.
I was just like, what's the number, man? Why do I keep getting this old guy?
You know, the phone company had to stop giving out that number.
Yep, because people would call it. That's a true story. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, D. Scott says just got home from a Sounders game. That's soccer, I believe, or football, as the rest of the world calls it.
You gonna let Devin say goodbye?
Yes, I'm just trying to make D. Scott feel good. He came late.
He did come late.
But we're going to end it because it's time to end. And I want to sing us off. So I want to sing. Go ahead, Devin.
I'm playing games, rolling dice, moving counters around, pretending I'm blowing up stuff in my mind. My usual jocularity that I do.
Jocularity.
Jocularity.
That's the priest, Father Mulcahy in MASH. And what else, Devin? What else?
Nah, that's it.
No. Devin.
I don't know.
So when's your playtesting thing start for them? You've done a couple videos already, right?
Oh, yeah, no, probably start. I can talk, honestly. Probably start doing the Space Infantry one this week, and then probably World at War the week after that. Depends on how in-depth I want to go with Space Marine.
And you're supposed to do the questions, blah, 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 blah. I like that.
Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms in the comment section.
Awesome sauce. So we're so good to have Devin back. It
was a rough March. That's all
I know. And you know what? God bless you, my friend. And it's gonna get better.
Did it pass finally? Is it done?
No.
It will.
Eventually. Hopefully.
So anyway, thank you to everyone in the chat. We had a wonderful time, and until we meet again, my friends, stay jocular. Health and happiness. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless. And you know what's coming. Peace!